Welcome to the show, everybody. Sorry it was a little late. That's on me. But I am very excited to inform everybody I have a great guest today. Now, she has some incredible takes. I've been following her for quite some time now, and it's rather refreshing when you see a YouTuber or influencer or however you call the people online, including myself, I guess. I speak to you about my opinions on things, and when they're level-headed and logical, and it's like a breath of fresh air. And seriously, Gothix, that's how I would describe it. You're a breath of fresh air. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. That was such a lovely introduction. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I love my life. I love my situation. I just bought a house. I'm in my new house. It's very exciting I was gardening all day. I took a break from the internet. It was nice, actually.
I think everyone should do that.
Right? I think so too. And it's interesting because today is a Twitch boycott going on, and we're gonna talk about it later. And it's like I incidentally boycotted. I haven't tuned into Twitch all day, so I didn't participate. But it's funny that it's about anti-hate speech, which I know you have a lot to say about. You've had many videos. In fact, your recent tweets are actually, I'll pull some of them up because you basically lay out some things, and I kind of want to get your opinion on it a little more in depth, as it were. But before we get into all that, let's find out who Gothix really is, shall we?
Who am I? Okay.
Yeah, who are you? And well, really, like, how did you even get into YouTubing and just speaking your opinions to the internet world?
Let me tell you something. Let's just say if I were still on Twitch, I would be participating on Twitch right now out of spite of this Twitch boycott.
Okay.
So I started on Twitch as a live streamer doing sketch comedy and just playing video games. I'm sure you saw a photo I tweeted today where I look like a complete idiot.
Yeah. Clown
Yes.
Gothic clown.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
But that's how I made my living as a content creator.
I'm pulling this up. Please continue.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I got no shame. So I got started doing that, and it was just all feel good, happy vibes, comedy all the time, la da la da. And here it is. Here it is.
Wow. That's meow.
Meow.
All right.
Yeah. So things started to get bad on Twitch for me once I started having opinions. That's when they don't like that. There's no bueno. No bueno.
Whoa, opinions? Uh-oh. Wait, hold on, wait. But did your your opinions follow the narrative?
No, absolutely not. No.
Oh, okay. Because they allow that, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to go along with the flow of.
Oh yeah, that's acceptable. That's okay. Echo chambers are encouraged on Twitch. All right.
Right.
So long story short, the first time I got in trouble for my opinions was because I had the audacity to suggest that perhaps people aren't racist if they have an issue with race-bending characters in movies for check boxes, because to me that's a cash grab, and I don't feel represented. I can represent myself,
right?
So I said that, and of course leftist Twitter came out of the woodwork. Leftist streamer Twitter,
as they do.
It's like a bat signal, like problematic view, and they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing, but the event that got the nail in the coffin was when I had the audacity to vote for Trump.
Wow.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare I? And
How dare you?
Demented old man versus Trump. It's not a hard decision for me.
There's no contest.
There's no contest. So a lot of people felt personally betrayed and felt that me voting for Trump was an issue to their brand's image, but don't tell them this. They're still sitting at 10 viewers.
Well, you didn't vote for Biden. That means you're not black.
Clearly. Well, exactly. I'm not.
So
yeah,
I don't know if anyone's told you this.
Yeah.
So,
well,
sorry.
I'm reminded
breaking news, everyone.
Every day I'm reminded when I have a problematic comment about something.
Right. Which you seem to have many, my goodness.
I do. I want
when you're
to.
as outspoken as you are.
I want to. I wasn't like that, by the way. Like a
No?
year ago, I was not like that. I caved to cancel culture
Hmm.
because it was unexpected because I had a bunch of support, a bunch of friends, and
Okay.
then literally overnight, they just flipped on me, and I was like, "What
Interesting.
the hell? Like, what did I do?"
Yeah, yeah.
And that kind of messed with me psychologically a little bit. So it kind of like took me a while to get I'm talking like this is a year process of me since the first time I got canceled till now, a process of me just desensitizing myself from seeing all these mean comments because it
Yeah.
just kept happening. And I'm like, if I want to be a content creator, I can't get thrown off guard every time someone says something mean about me. So I got to suck it up and keep going.
That's a skill.
And yeah, it's not easy, but I feel a lot better. And I wish that these Twitch streamers would take an ounce of my suggestion when I say that it's your responsibility and your choice of how you react to something. It's not my
Yeah.
responsibility to make you feel good. So,
It's
yeah.
amazing. I wish everyone could, not just the Twitch streamers. I mean, literally the internet. If the internet learned that, I mean, I feel like the problems would be solved. I
It
mean,
would.
we could, everything would be good. Can we just do that, please? Goodness sakes.
Yeah.
But so I want to ask you though. So you said the first time you got heat was just simply by saying, why are we switching that character's race just to check a box? What's up with that? Like, and why are they racist for being upset with maybe ruining the character that they loved? And I don't know, like let's have some examples to see. Robin is now gay. Who else did they? I mean, they switched Batgirl, or I mean, there's so many different random examples, but I'm not really in the
Black
comic
Panther
book.
is being played by Danny DeVito.
Wait,
that's
what?
A joke.
I was
That's a
like,
joke.
but it's interesting how it's only in one direction, though.
Yeah, it is.
My problem is, why can't people just create new IPs? Something new to fill that box that they say need to be filled. Why not create like an awesome, inspiring character that people can look up to, that people may want to connect to if they can't connect to Superman because they're not a white American man that's like the only people that can connect to Superman, which is, I think, ridiculous because, he saves people. He has a good heart, and it's not his skin color that makes him Superman. It's like,
Yeah.
it's almost like they're saying, no, it's only skin color that make these superheroes. And it's insulting.
That it is very insulting. It's insulting on multiple areas. Number one, yeah, that logic of let's race bend this pre-existing character and make it seem like there's more to it than just the fact that you put a different shade of skin color on them.
Yep.
But it's like, and then when the thing that irritates me is when these studios start promoting these movies, the emphasis is the fact that they're black, the fact that this is a gay thing. And I'm like, imagine for a second, like if I was actually in a movie and I was a damsel in distress and a superhero needed to come save me. Imagine if I just said, hold on a second. You're not black.
Whoa.
I don't want to be saved by you.
No, I'm good. I'll wait for the next hero.
No, the next one.
Anyone
It's not realistic.
No, it's not. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's like that. And then also, it's very insulting when I hear that people say the reason that they're doing this is because POCs lack representation. And it's like, listen, 20-year-olds on Twitter, there were so many amazing actors and musicians and writers that were of color long before you. So to say that there lacks representation, give me a number. What is the number that you're looking for? Is there a ratio that you're trying to achieve?
Nope. No, they don't care about it. It's just the key fight that they could just keep screaming. And even if they get, I mean, they literally have gotten a lot of what they've been demanding too. They are getting characters swapped and switched out for different skin colors, for diversity. And they're still using the same arguments. Like, that's still not enough. They're still demanding more representation. It's like, so go out and create a new character then. Go create that person that you desire. Stop taking something that has already been established as something that a lot of people love as it is because of what it is. Learn from that and make your own version of it. Like, what's wrong with that? Why aren't people doing that? What are they afraid of?
I don't think they're afraid of anything. I just think they're lazy and they lack creativity.
Boom!
If I'm being honest.
I mean, the truth hurts though sometimes, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a little bit, yeah. And my boyfriend talks about it a lot because he's a big comic book fan.
Okay.
And whenever he sees a character that like they change it from white to black, it's like he says it perfectly. He's like, how does it feel to know that you're creating a character and it's still benefiting off the backs of a white character? Like that should upset people. Like if you're doing this as like a motivator for representation for POCs, at the end of the day,
think about that.
Yeah, like, come on.
I mean, you just tell them that, and I feel like it'll all stop, right? I mean,
maybe.
What do they got?
I'm gonna go tweet it right now. Hold up.
Please. You know what? I don't even mind. Please go do that because people need to know that because it's like and that's a spicy tweet, by the way. That'll probably. That's
a very spicy tweet.
I mean, it'll piss people off, but then I think it's almost like you'll see the circuits go. They'll be like, how do I compute this? Like, what are they gonna say? Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll try it out. Okay.
Yeah. So were you? You voted for Trump. Did you like recently get to know him? I'm just curious because you kind of dropped that, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think about it. Because people's political ideologies don't really enter into my like. I don't care. If someone voted for Biden, well, I mean, you voted for it, but if you did, like, okay, that's fine, but I mean, I'm not going to like grill you and make fun of these people for it, but right. I'll criticize Biden all day long. But I'm curious, did you always, how did you come about voting for him? Were you a default liberal? Because I was kind of a default Democrat. I thought being a Democrat was the proper way of being. And then I was like, what is this? What kind, who says that? But like, I thought that like, it's like,
no, you said exactly right. You default to being a Democrat. In fact, if you are black and you're born as a black person, it's actually stamped on your birth certificate. Like you are already registered as a Democrat. That's how it is. So I had severe Trump derangement syndrome.
Did you?
Okay. Oh, real bad. And when years ago, I think she's in here right now, actually, I recently hired my moderator to be my assistant. And my moderator has been a friend with me for like 15 years. Okay. And when shout out to the mods. Shout out to the mods. When she voted for Trump, I actually I stopped being friends with her because I was like, you're racist. Why'd you vote for a racist guy?
Wow.
And it had no logic. And I'll look back at the emails back in the day because I sent this to her on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at these emails and I'm like, it sounds like I'm in a cult. This doesn't sound normal.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think last year was, I guess, my red pill moment when I started to see all the inconsistencies of things happening in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Primarily, I think the thing that sealed it for me was saying we need 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Everyone needs to stay home, avoid going out. Meanwhile, you can go twerk and throw up fists in the air and march for BLM, and that's totally fine. Right. So I saw that and I said, that doesn't make any sense. Racism is not a pandemic. Okay. Black people are not disproportionately in danger of COVID getting them. Like COVID isn't like where the black people at. It's not.
Yeah. or avoiding these crowds, because that's almost as if what they were saying, like, oh no, they're safe because they're virtuous. It's like, what? Where does that logic come from?
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
So that was what set it in motion. And I said, okay, while everyone's out there angry, lighting buildings on fire, I'm going to go over here and research because this isn't making sense.
Thank you.
And that's why I made my decision. And and I think a lot of my original community on Twitch, they felt betrayed because, like I said, not even a year ago, I was still talking junk about Trump. I was like, this guy, this orange guy, like if you go back on my Instagram timeline, like you're going to find some Trump derangement syndrome in there.
It's still there, huh? All right,
it's still there. I'm slowly deleting it because it's kind of embarrassing. But
no, leave it up. Leave it up. Come on. Why not?
Maybe. But yeah, that's how it started, and I kind of just kept getting pushed outside of Twitch because I have the wrong think. How dare I read?
See, you haven't Twitched in like 2 months or something, right? It's been a while.
Yeah.
Do you just not Twitch anymore? What's the deal though?
I opened up a second YouTube channel for gaming, and I haven't started.
Oh, okay.
I haven't started yet. Because I still feel like my brain is hard to shut off. It's like I can't ignore the fact that the world is kind of chaotic right now, and I feel like I could utilize my platform more efficiently than playing video games.
Agreed.
So yeah,
like
I still play video games, just not online. But eventually I want to start doing it again.
All right. On that note, though, I just want to let everyone know you have to check out Gothix. She has an incredible insight on a lot of different issues that are, I mean, you can hear where she's at right now, but in the description below, I mean, I do have your Twitch stream, but I guess just go ahead and ignore that one, but go to her YouTube page, and also her Twitter feed is down there below. And you actually, I posted 2 of your Twitter feeds. You have someone, what is it? I forget the name of it, but
is it the notable exception one?
Rightly.
The Rightly one. Oh, okay, yeah. That's I'm also they asked me to collaborate on videos with them. So every week I put out videos specific to cancel culture.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I think that I'm kind of taking a break from my main channel because I think I'm shadow banned. I have a feeling.
I think so too. I mean, I don't know, but it seems to be happening to people that don't follow the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. I mean, some people say it's fake. It's not true. Shadow banning, and I mean, there's yeah, right. It's ridiculous. The algorithms are real. I mean, I learned how to YouTube from Tim Pool, who is I don't know if you're familiar with Tim, but he's basically mastered the YouTube algorithms to work in his benefit, and he obsesses over like having everything be in a specific manner so that he can capitalize on the algorithms. And if you don't follow that specific I don't know, formula, great word, exactly, it just doesn't, it just kind of it falls off, it doesn't work anymore. So I don't know if it's so the argument is it shadow banning, or is it just not following that formula to the letter as what works to propel you to the front page all the time? And I don't know, I've seen people post things on Twitter. I mean, Twitter is a different platform than YouTube, but I feel like big tech is big tech, whether or not it's Google, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. I mean, I don't know if they're all sitting behind closed doors somewhere going like, let's get rid of this person and this person.
I don't think they're doing that. I don't think it's insidious. I think whatever they have listed, like, I don't want this type of content to get promoted or whatever. Like, I think it's just like a general thing. If I mention something in my video, they're like, oh no, too taboo.
Exactly. Right. The algorithm will pick up on it. I mean, even Facebook, like, I got a strike. The last strike that I got on my channel was quoting Mark Zuckerberg about an opinion on a certain something that is a hot topic right now. And Facebook was basically, I mean, Project Veritas caught them shadow banning anything that had to do with being against this specific thing. And Zuckerberg was against it himself. And he said it. There's a quote of him saying he was against it. He doesn't know the long-term effects of said thing. And I was just reporting on that, and I got a strike, even though I wasn't saying anything along the lines other than, this is what he said. This is the hypocrisy, because his own company is saying, you're not even allowed to say what the CEO believes and says himself. It's crazy. Yeah. So there is proof of shadow banning, out there.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
So what's your gaming channel? I mean, I know, and I actually really respect that too. You said it's like there's a time for games, and right now is not it, because I mean, the world, who are we kidding? It is a mess right now. The world is absolutely a mess. look at Australia. Australia is, I mean, my goodness, as authoritarian as they come. I mean, it's basically China 2.0. It's insane going on right there.
Yeah. I don't have a URL for my channel because I literally just started it. But if you just type in Gothix gaming, I'm sure it'll come up.
I'm gonna pop it into the description.
Yeah.
I got to promote you, you know?
Oh, thanks. You got to come on my show.
I'll come on your wait. When's your show? What do you do here? I
started it last week.
Hey,
yeah, I'm just starting random things, you know.
That's the best time to start is now.
Yeah,
Gothic Games, or is it Gothic Gaming?
Gothix Gaming. I have my faces in the thumbnail.
There it is. I was gonna say this doesn't look like it. All right, yeah, I found you. All right, I'm officially subscribed.
Okay, cool, excellent.
I am your 200th subscriber.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, very good.
That feels like a big moment, a small moment. I don't know. It's a moment.
I like it. It's a good moment.
So what kind of games are you into? What kind of games do you like playing?
I love horror games. I was a big Dead by Daylight fan.
I love Dead by Daylight. Oh, I've been grinding that game with my buddy Darth Call. I don't know if you know Call, but
I have no idea who that is.
He is a Twitch streamer as well. He dresses up as Darth Maul, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, that's cool.
He dresses up. He did Jason. He's going to do Pennywise and play as Clown in DBD. So that's going to be really fun.
I approve.
He's in chat right now. Woo! I see you. It might be because you said Dead by Daylight. Oh, it is. He literally just said Dead by Daylight. Woo!
Oh yeah, I love Dead by Daylight. I'm looking forward to the new Outlast game.
Okay.
Yeah, I also like first-person shooters. I don't like battle royale type style though.
I can't stand those kind of games.
Yeah,
I like Call of Duty because it's fast.
Yeah,
I like Destiny's. I really like Destiny 2, the way you can go PvE with your friends, and then you know what? After this mission, let's go into the Crucible, and then you could do PvP if you want to, and it's kind of like the best of everything there. I really like that style. I don't know if you ever played Destiny.
I never got into it. My boyfriend did, but
okay.
But yeah, I play a little bit of everything. I like everything. Yeah, I'll try everything, I should say.
Right on. Just taking a little breather from gaming though.
Yeah, like I said, I'd rather when I do game, it's just at home by myself without an audience. Because also when I was on Twitch still, because it wasn't like a quick transition, like I slowly started going over to YouTube because I was kind of getting bullied off the platform.
Okay.
And there was a time where all the conversations would keep going back to politics.
Of course.
And it wouldn't stop. And I was like, okay, at this point, like I'm over here literally shooting like someone and we're talking about abortion or something. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. So I was like, I don't know. I feel like I can't even fully be immersed in the game without it being about politics.
I understand that. I started a Twitch channel late last year, and the one rule there's a couple rules, but like the main one is I have a show. You're on it now. This is where I talk about politics. This is where I talk about world events that are going on, that you can jump in my chat and maybe I'll see one of your comments, but you can super chat me and whatever, you can talk that way. But like when I'm on Twitch, I'm gaming. I want to game. I'm there to game. I'm there to meet up with my other gaming friends and do that. And it's like, look, you want to ask me stuff, get out of here. Someone actually was dropping bits like, answer the question, like tell me what Biden did that you don't like. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like no.
But then you just keep ignoring him and you get more bits. Hello.
Yeah. What do you think I did? It worked like a charm.
Oh man,
but,
that's good.
You know, you mentioned though, you kind of got bullied off the platform, and you've actually had a few videos lately. You know, I actually have your Twitter up here, and one of them, I'm just going to read it here. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Here you go. Hate speech. All right. You say, hate speech doesn't exist, and speech isn't harmful. Hurtful, yes, but not harmful. I love that. The only harm is the disservice you're doing by allowing words to stop you in your tracks. Your ugly is hurtful. The N-word is also hurtful if you let it. And that's the key though, right? Is if you let it, I don't know how old you are, but I grew up in the age of sticks and stones will hurt your bones and words will never hurt me. It was like everyone said that, like blah blah blah, yeah, whatever, say what you want, go be a bully in another area because I just don't care. And suddenly you take all of the power away from any of these people that are throwing words at you, and they don't do anything, and they're like, all right, well, they're going to go try to find the person that does work on.
Yes. Yeah. And sometimes they'll go to your circle and try to attack your circle. It actually happened to me a few days ago because the latest video on, I think it was like the 2 videos ago on the Rightly channel.
Okay.
They posted a video clip of me saying, the blasphemous trans women are men, basically is what I said. And I got a lot of hate for it. And it was interesting because like all these people are coming at me and I'm sitting here like I'm getting all these hate slurs and everything thrown at me, but they can't handle me just saying the biological truth like that. You know what I mean? It's very, very, very odd. And I think that, like I said, I think it's a disservice to yourself because you can't control people and their speech. You can only control how you react to it.
Exactly.
And if we acknowledge that there are people that are out there that say, oh, you're fat, you're ugly, you're dumb, you're this or that, that's still hurtful. So when you say, well, that's transphobic, okay, well, what is the consequence of me saying something to your standards as transphobic? What actually happened when I said this thing? And the answer is going to be nothing, because that words don't automatically manifest violence. There's personal responsibility attached to that. It's like the guns don't kill people. It's the people with the guns that actually kill people, as the example. So I think that it's, like I said, I think it's just a disservice, and I find it very concerning that I can have someone, like I said, call me the N-word, and I'll be like, okay, cool, whatever. And then you say something to a marginalized group or someone that considers themselves as like a disenfranchised group, and they lose it. And I don't know, I just get this vibe that it's just a lack of emotional discipline, and I don't know how else I can relay that without sounding insulting, but sometimes the things that you need to hear are the things that are going to help you in life. And that's just how I was raised.
There was a post that I posted yesterday. Let me just snag it real quick. It's about, and I typed this thing out, and here it is. It's this video that I'm not going to play the video because it's a couple minutes long, but it basically is talking about how these people are conditioning these kids to maintain being children so that they can continue having control over society. All right. If I could sum it up, right. And it really does feel like these people that are screeching really loudly that you're that's hate speech, but it's like it's such a childish thing too, because you haven't learned the emotional intelligence to know that I validate me. I don't need you to validate me because I know I'm good. So nothing outside of this can affect me. And it's like, that's why I said it's a skill. And that's part of growing up, And I wrote red pilled is akin to growing up and realizing the truth of life. We have a problem in society that too many people are remaining children. They want to remain in that place with no responsibilities and no accountability. And they want us to remain in that place. And it feels like no one wants to be accountable. No one wants to have responsibilities. Everyone just wants to be virtuous, and there's no purpose anymore. And these people are finding purpose in yelling at other people for a thing. You said it in one of your videos. You're like, these people think that there's going to be this end game of some utopia that everyone just gets along. Suddenly there's no hate in the world. And it's like, it's not going to happen. It can't happen like that. There's always going to be someone who disagrees with you or says that is just a bully that says, oh, you're ugly or you're fat or any of these things. And you can't stop it The only thing you can do is realize that there will always be those people in the world and be like, whatever, it's not going to faze me. And then boom, your life suddenly becomes significantly better.
So much better.
Yeah.
I actually got into it. I wouldn't say got into it. It was a continuation of a conversation on Twitter.
Okay.
I guess a trans activist, I'm not really sure, from Twitch,
Sure.
started trying to communicate with me on my thread very aggressively.
Of course.
But I kind of had enough yesterday, so I was like, you know what? I'll just pick it up from the top in the morning. So I go on Twitter, fresh new start, right?
Mhm.
And I was asking her, I was like, what is your end game? What are you doing? She said, I want to stand up to people like you, so you know that what you're doing is wrong, and that so you stop spreading misinformation or something like that. And I said, okay, so I'm aware of what you think of me. I didn't change my belief. So what now?
I'm gonna keep fighting. Well,
yeah. And I said, well, what now? And she says, you just don't want to hear me. I'm just trying to have a nice conversation with you. And so I found the first tweet that she messaged me, and it was really combative. And I said, is this how you educate people? You just yell at them? And I said, how's that working out for you? And she got mad. But it's true. Like, look at what you're doing. Now assess the situation. Did my behavior actually render the results that I wanted? Or are you just yelling?
Yeah. Just yelling, shaming. Right? Yeah, you had a good analogy about a math class. What was it? Like if the teacher asks you a math problem and you get it wrong and then yells at you for being an idiot and the whole class laughs at you. It's like, that's not going to make the kid who got the answer wrong. All it's going to do is going to make them hate everyone else in the class. Like, I don't even care about math. You guys are all a-holes for treating me like this because I got it wrong. Like, that's all I can think. I'm like, it's just teaching this person that all of them don't actually care if you know math at all. It's like, it has nothing to do about the math problem. It's just like, the people like that, they just want to yell. They want to have control over you. It's not about the math problem anymore. It's a shame.
Even if we were to use that same scenario and say, okay, after you try teaching someone a math problem and they still don't get it, or they refuse to get it,
right?
Don't yell at them still, because a lot of people that try to educate me, I'm already educated on this topic. Like, I don't need a random Twitter person to educate me, right?
Right.
So they'll try to educate me and be like, thank you, no thanks. And they'll get upset. And so now the question is, did you want to educate me, or did you want to force me to believe what you want? Like, which one is it? Did you want to have a conversation and bounce around different ideas, or did you want compliance? Because that's different.
Boom. Well, that sounds a lot like fascism there, Gothix.
Yes, I do know a thing or two about fascism. Yes.
Wow. It sounds like that's what that Antifa's trying to do.
That's an idea. Don't
theories down your throat. Man, where is the world right now? Speaking of Australia, I mean, that's basically what they're doing. Like, you have to succumb to the government. At least the people are starting to fight it, which is great to see. I hope it's not too late for them. Yeah,
I really hope that people in America are paying attention, which, I mean, I know that a lot of people aren't. And I think it's quite obvious that a lot of these social justice things are distractions, and it's so disheartening because it's like, hold on a second, I got an emergency vehicle coming over my way. Hold on a second.
It's not too loud. That's all good.
All right, just in case.
No worries.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
I forgot too. I was like, no, we're fine. No, you don't need to leave. And then you left, and I'm like, I don't know how long she's going to be gone. Do I try to start like talking about something? But then you came right back, and I was like,
just do the little jigs, like
I'm doing this.
Yes,
and we're dancing.
Yes.
Let's talk about Twitch. So Twitch is, people are like, so I started twitching, and they're like, oh no, why? Oh, why did you go to Twitch? Because it's so lefty. It's like, you can't even go there. I have friends that do that Twitch. They're like, we don't talk what I really think, and I was like, I don't blame you. Like, and I don't do politics there, partly because I want to escape and game when I'm over on Twitch, but mostly because I feel like if Twitch finds out about my YouTube channel and that I voted for Trump and that I don't want to say I'm a conservative, I'm not like a instant conservative because I voted for Trump. And, I don't know what I am, because I feel like I'm moderate. I'm in the middle, but even still, as a moderate, as someone who has whatever my standpoint on things, if Twitch found out, even if I just voted for Trump, I feel like they'd be like, maybe we shouldn't have this guy on the platform. Maybe he's talking about things on our platform or connected to a show that's talking about, Washington Post wrote an article about me that my show is extreme. Like, I have an extremist show. And it's like, because I talked about that I was voting for Trump and basically reported on all of the inconsistencies with the mail-in voting. Mm. And there were a lot, and I kept reporting on them, each one whenever they came up. And they're still coming up, by the way. And it's ridiculous. But I don't know. I feel like Twitch is that place that you can't even talk about your opinions anymore, or else you're going to get booted off. Like, I was actually expecting to hear that you actually just got booted off of Twitch. But are you boycotting them, or how's that working?
I just left because it's a giant cesspool of an echo chamber. And I said, I have things I want to talk about, and I know if I talk about them on here, my channel's gonna not get any visibility. I'm just gonna keep dealing with hate, which I still get hate, but it's like, I feel like the discoverability on YouTube was the better option for me, and I'm totally glad I made that switch. But yeah, I mean, Twitch is, I know a lot of people that are on the platform as well. Eric July is one of them. He plays his video games on there. Yeah. Great. And Twitch is good for the platform. Like, their interface is just more intuitive than YouTube. It just feels more of a community. True. But they do not have your back if you are not left-leaning. They do not care. I had so many actual collaborations with Twitch, like the platform itself, and I had a good relationship with the people over there. Mm-hmm. And then once BLM rolled around, I started getting attacked. Well, not attacked, but harassed by some of their POC creators. Okay. And
you weren't following their narrative. How dare you?
I wasn't following their narrative. And when I reached out to Twitch to ask for help, hey, can you guys do something? Because I'm talking like the people were making threads with my new YouTube channel and saying, hey, look at this Twitch streamer that's voting for Trump over and talking about it on YouTube. Like, they were trying to get my YouTube channel deleted. Very bizarre. So
that sounds a lot like hate raids.
See, now you see.
We're going to get into that in a second, actually. I've got an article that, but please continue, though, because, you were getting hit by, that's crazy, though, to think about that. That is cancel culture.
Cancel culture. That is exactly it. And and Twitch just left me on red. I probably reported the same person like 30 times. And I was like, are you serious? Wow. So, and then a lot of the people that were harassing me this week on Twitter were a lot of people from Twitch. And these folks, I bet you any money, they're participating in this boycott against hate raids. Like, the self-awareness, the lack of is crazy.
It doesn't matter to them. They are just, what are we talking about today? Oh, that. Okay, can you back that up? What do I say now? They don't have anything behind it. It's just this like push with whatever everyone else is saying. Oh, this is what we're fighting for today. Woo, we're fighting for that today. And then when you try to come with logic and real life statistics that make sense, that are, perfectly in line with what you're talking about, that completely disproves what their BS is, they just first get angry because their whole worldview is being challenged, and people can't handle that, and that goes back to that emotional intelligence, that people just lack, and they don't want to, because in that you have to be responsible for yourself. You have to grow up, essentially, and people just don't want to do that. But let's talk about this Twitch. So I have this article that I found. Twitch streamers organize boycott in protest at hate raids. So that's today. It's funny that I would have you on the show the day that there's a boycott on Twitch. But of course, it's not a boycott against like the platform being biased, left-leaning. No, it's that they're not left-leaning enough, I guess, really is what it is. It's like they're claiming that there is a problem with hate raids, people attacking other people for their viewpoints. But it's essentially the opposite of your situation, because seemingly it's been going on long before this year. It was all the way back to last year when you were being attacked, right?
Yeah. I honestly, I think it's for attention and for clicks, and I think it's a supplement or substitute rather for putting out original good content. That
is so sad too.
It's really sad.
Those people that are making really good content that are original and, you know, not followers, you know, there's too many followers. Oh, that's the cool new TikTok dance. Bop, 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 bop. And it's like, what is that? What is that? Like, who can I don't like, do something new, create new. It's you got to love the people that are forging their own path, you know, and it's few and far between. But this is them complaining that they're being attacked by, they're saying it's bots, and hate raids are essentially a raid. For those who aren't familiar with Twitch, is you can send, when you're ending your stream, you can send all of your current followers or viewers and put them in someone else's chat, so that they have your viewers. Like, well, I'm no longer streaming, here you go. And it's called a raid. And usually it's to help the other creators so that they, you know, gain an audience and more people see you, maybe get some follows and whatnot. But they're calling it a hate raid because what they were doing, and let's see, I'll just read this. On September 1st, a number of streamers are set to go on strike across the platform in a bid to push Twitch to do more about hate raids and hate speech directed towards various marginalized streamers on the platforms. Don't you just love the way that they put that too?
I love marginalization. Yes, I wear it all the time.
It's like have a necklace, you know, just marginalized. These people are crazy.
Let me tell you something. When
Please.
I want to say when I was at the peak of my career on Twitch, one of the things that my channel was known for was how I interacted with haters, with trolls.
Oh, okay.
So because I did like this sketch comedy, if I had a troll come into my chat, say something hurtful, I would make him a part of the show. I would have special scenes and special images pop up on screen. Maybe I'd get into a random dance or whatever, and I would make this person look like a complete fool. And then boom, I have content that I can use for profit. If people were smart, they would have done that. So
wow, that's good.
That's my first thing. But here's the other thing: is Twitch has a problem. The Twitch community has a problem with victimizing itself because
the Twitch community.
The Twitch community. Would you believe it?
I'm pretty sure that goes way past Twitch. But please continue with the victimhood. Oh gosh.
So Twitch already empowered the creators to have the tools to stop these raids, because I've had it happen to me before. And when you're streaming and you are bombarded with a bunch of bots or trolls or whatever, you have options. The first is to put your channel on follower only mode, which means you have to follow the channel in order to type in the chat. If that doesn't work, put it on subscriber only mode temporarily. Or you can just end the stream and restart it and it'll boot out the trolls. So you have three options to protect your safe space. And you don't want it. You don't want to. What you want is complete perfection. You don't want anyone to infiltrate your bubble. And that's not realistic if you're a content creator. If you think it is, you got to find another job.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the internet, right? I mean,
it's the internet.
Hello, the internet. Literally anyone can access you if you're a content creator. I know that as a content creator. You know, you've obviously you've gone through the forge there and come out you are now, I feel, more powerful than ever as far as having an awareness of the internet and the way people interact with the internet and how to handle yourself and handle them as being a content creator. And these, yeah, you nailed it though. These people, so when I think about victimhood, right, it's like, there's only, what was this? I came up with this, someone asked me a long time ago, they said, if you had to tell the world one thing, what would it be? And I said, being a victim is a real thing. Victims exist, but once you are a victim, don't stay the victim. That is a choice. When you choose to remain the victim or make yourself a victim when you aren't, you're doing a disservice to yourself, like to bring what you said earlier. And that's what so many of these people are missing. They're just like, no, it's easier. I can blame others for the things that for my laziness or my lack of accountability or any of those things. It's like these people, they love it that they're remaining children. Like it's just like, it's unrealistic to just live a life that everything's handed to you. Life is not like that. You got to work to live. That's what life's about. You can't, and they just are children that are like, I'm entitled though, because I'm alive.
Uh-huh.
Where did you get that attitude? What is that from?
Yeah, I look, my philosophy on that is the same way that I actually learned this working in customer service. I had a boss that was kind of an a-hole, and but I appreciate it because it taught me a lot. And she was like very quick. Like, I don't got time for this. And now I kind of do the same with my assistant in a way.
Yeah.
So she used to say, don't come to me with a problem. Come to me with the problem and a solution. Because if you just come to me with the problem, you're just complaining. So when you think of
I like it.
Yeah, like when you think of any like I don't know, social justice, whatever. Like, okay, let's humor you for a second. All right, Black Lives Matter. Black people are oppressed. They're marginalized. They don't have opportunities. Okay, whatever you want to say, we'll go with that. Okay, they can't do it. What now? What's the plan? What's the plan? And don't tell me the government needs to give me something. No. No. What are you gonna do? What's the plan? And I think,
do they have an answer?
No, of course not.
I knew the answer.
People don't want, and I think, I don't know what makes people so fearful of just admitting that maybe this is my fault. Maybe my choices contributed to this. Because I think the truest form of self-love is facing yourself in the mirror and acknowledging that you're not as good as you say you are. And because once you admit that, then you say, okay, now the real work begins. How do I get better?
Yep. It's amazing. And that's amazing. And once you realize that, that's growing up. That is becoming an adult. Like, I felt like I lived a very, I was very, privileged in my life. Like I was lucky and I had a great life so far. Right. And I didn't really have to face life, and work. Well, sometimes I did in my life, but like last year, after I got, some things happened in the summertime and I had to go off and start doing my own thing. I realized that, oh man, it was the first time in my life that I had someone else that relied on me. I'm married now and although she's incredibly talented, it's not like she isn't, working herself, but it's like I'm with someone else and I feel like now I have a house and I have to provide for this house. So like, I can't stop my show. And if I did, I'd have to have something else planned. Like, I feel like I've grown up. I have these responsibilities, but I love them. I would never trade what I have now to go back to a life where it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything with my life. It doesn't feel like I have a purpose. Like this house is my purpose. Now I'm looking at this house. I'm like, this is my purpose. You know, making sure that I can buy food for my family. And, you know, I'm planning on having kids soon. And it's like, now that I have the house, you know, I have the wife. So like, all right, kids are next, you know, I'm looking forward to it, but it's like, I wouldn't trade that for anything. Like it is my new purpose in life. And these people, their purpose is being a victim. And it's so sad too, when you think about it, because they don't even have any idea how good it feels when that purpose has true value. Because that purpose now is like, it's based on lies. Yeah. Right?
It is. Congrats on the new house, by the way, and the future child.
Thank you.
And the marriage. Congrats on all the things.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, like I think also part of the problem is some people don't have goals. They don't have like a clear direction. And I think there's a quote, I forget how it goes, something about idle hands. Like you're not working, so it's like your mind's everywhere.
Yep.
So
create
I think that's
problems when there isn't one.
You create problems. Yep. And victimhood, at least in the Black American community, and I say Black American because Black people in Africa, they don't mess with the Black Americans. They're like, what is wrong? No, it's a different breed and I think it comes from the way your perception, like how you view the world. If you're growing up in a developing country and you don't have as many resources or, privileges as an American, you're going to do what you need to do to survive, and you're going to complain a lot less because that's all you know, right? Yeah. So it's like whenever I have a lot of immigrants in my family who have worked multiple jobs coming here, doing, whatever they had to do to survive, that's what they had to do because they're coming from dirt houses out in the, in the desert. So it's like, and I think that naturally we have, in Black America, we have some victimhood that I've always seen growing up. And I think there is a way to pull people out of it. But the problem that I'm finding, and it's the problem in the Black community, it's the problem with the trans issues, it's the problem in all these little identity groups, are the allies. I think that's the problem because now you got people that are getting offended on behalf of others. So it's
allies.
It's making it's just making it more chaotic than it needs to be when it needs to be a one-on-one conversation with someone who victimizes themselves and someone who doesn't victimize themselves. But no, now you got someone coming in here saying, excuse me, Black Lives Matter. Like you're not a part of this conversation.
And they're taking attention away from like the actual problem. Like if there is a problem, I'm not saying there is or isn't, but say there is a problem, and then this ally, as you're putting it, it's like these people are so annoying, right? They're coming out of left field, offended for, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right, all right? And it's like they think they are. And then everyone's like, I hate this person. I can't stand this attitude, this smugness, the condescension that they bring. And then everyone else is like, oh, you mean you hate the problem? And it's like, no. Yeah. But then that's what they use. They're like, see, we are victims. See, these people do hate us. And they just kind of roll with that. And they don't actually have a civil conversation because civil conversations are no longer a thing nowadays. And they never get to that point where they're like, oh, it wasn't about the problem. It was about this stupid ally that felt like they needed to stand up for someone who never asked for it in the first place and didn't need it. You just made the problem worse. Yeah. What do we do about those people?
I have tried everything. I have tried so many things. And what I have been trying to do is just connect with as many people as possible that are a part of individual identity groups and giving them a platform, because it helps break down people's arguments. So, for example, trans issues, right? Which, by the way, when people call me transphobic, I have a trans moderator in my community. All right. So it's like, this is very awkward. But
maybe you're doing that to throw them off the scent. See,
maybe. So what I do, like if we use the trans issues for an example, and they'll say, if I say, you know, I don't believe that trans women are women. I believe they're
Okay.
trans women. That they're trans, right? So if I say that and then someone says that's transphobic, and then
Okay.
I bring a trans person and I say, okay, well, this trans person agrees with me, not to show you that someone agrees with me, but just to
Right.
get you to realize that when you say that this is transphobic, that would mean all trans people are on the same page and in agreement of this. And it's obviously
Right.
not. So their
Good point.
responses are usually, "Oh, they have internalized transphobia, or they're helping the oppressors," and you got no proof for that. That's literally feelings, and you sound dumb. So
Is that when you just like slowly pick the mirror up for them to look at?
yeah, it's
Here's the mirror.
Yes. So then it's like, okay, so we got that out of the way. I showed you diversity of thought, right?
Right.
So now let's break it down even more. So now explain to me, how is this transphobic? And I wrote a blog today on my locals community, and it was a blog to allies, actually. And I said, I want
Okay.
you, if you are an ally, regardless of what you're advocating for, I want you to take a look at your safe space for a second. And I want you to look at who's in your corner. Does everyone have the same political leaning? Does everyone think the same? Does everyone repeat the same slogans? You're not in a safe space. You're in a cult. That's a cult.
Yep. That's a cult. These people are in cults.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. I just popped up your
Hey, thank you.
I'm not a member, but I now am.
I'm a member of yours. I've been there for a while. I lurk.
Well, I'm sorry. I just joined you right now.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna write a letter. I'm gonna go tweet about it.
How dare he? My goodness. But I have been following your other stuff, so I'm good, right?
Hey, you're good.
I'm an ally.
Yeah. Massage my feet. Whatever they were doing at the rallies.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, what just happened?
Okay, BLM rallies.
Wait. Do I want to know? Oh my gosh, that.
They were washing people's feet at the BLM rallies.
What does that do?
I don't know.
What does
It's
that
all
do?
a performance.
You know, do you know who Karlin Borosenko is?
Yeah.
So I'm debating her tomorrow about critical race theory. We're good. We're good.
Okay. I like healthy debates. Good.
We're friendly. And yeah, we're going to have a healthy debate because she says critical race theory is not anti-white. It's just simply racist. Now, I agree that it is racist because it basically says that if you're not white, you need help. You are, basically less than, which is terrible, right? I mean, that is racist. But I also do think that it pits white people as the problem. It's the reason why all these people are marginalized, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I feel like both things can be true. Like it is racist towards everyone, absolutely. But because it makes white people like the boogeyman of critical race theory. Like even in that, there was a class that was going around that people were sharing pictures of this woman who had like PayPal me, and it just across the top said critical race theory. And the first thing on the list was all white people are racist.
Yeah.
It's like, you're transphobic. And it's like, well, what's this? This is my trans mod. Is she transphobic? Yeah, it's internalized. Because if you don't follow their ideology, you're transphobic or you're a racist. Because even if a white person says, oh, I'm not racist, they're just saying, well, I'm just internalizing. I'm not actually, I don't even know how they do it. They're so nuts. But so she believes it's not anti-white at all. It's just anti-everybody. So we're going to have a battle about that tomorrow.
Okay, that should be fun. Yeah, I had her on my channel. We tried debating, me, her, and my friend Christian Watson tried debating two intellectuals on critical race theory.
How'd that go?
Listen, how do you think two black people debating against two white people of critical race theory went? Like that's what it was, just to give you a visual.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I mean, she is very outspoken.
It was a dumpster fire. Oh man. I encourage you to go to my channel, look at the first 10 minutes of that debate. You will be rolling.
Yeah. All right. She said that you were laughing a lot. She actually mentioned because we talked about it last week.
Yeah, I was like, what the frig did I get myself into?
I'm thinking that right now. I'm like, tomorrow's. I think it's going to be a hot mess, but I think it's going to be fun because she's very, very opinionated. But I appreciate that in people. I want people to be opinionated. You know, I want you to have your opinions. You know, it's when you start saying, well, that person's opinions is wrong, you know, and they shouldn't think that way. And it's like, you lost me there. You know, it's like, you know, people are like, oh, well, you ban people on Twitter. And it's like, well, yeah, because they banned me first. So it's the first, there's two types of people that I ban. If you ban me, I ban you back. And it's like, all right, if you're going to ban me, so you can't see my stuff either. Yeah. And then if you are just simply, for lack of better words, and I don't swear on my show, but I just, if you're an asshole, right? I mean, if you're just blatantly being, you know, rude to me because you can be, it's like, well, I don't have to see it. You know, I'm not banning you from the platform. By all means, say what you want. But yeah, I'm just not going to have to see it anymore. Sorry.
Out of my house. Not out of my house. I get that too. I get that too because I'm very pro free speech. You know, do whatever you want as long as you're not threatening anybody. You know, because that's bad. But I've gotten the same argument. Like, wait a minute, you don't allow people to say these things in your chat. I'm like, I don't have to look at it, but you're allowed to do it. You can do it somewhere else. Like, that'd be like me walking into your house and just trashing the place and insulting your family members. Like, that's not.
It's like, no, I don't have to accept that. No, it's my choice. You know, it's my platform, my environment. It's like, you're coming into my environment and just spewing stuff. It's like, no, you can go spew it elsewhere. You know, I'm not booting you off Twitter. I'm not booting you off YouTube, but you know, you're not welcome here.
But also in the way that you just said, like you know, if you take yourself out of that equation, if you don't want to see something, you take yourself out by blocking people. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people on Twitter fail to realize that they have the power to do. So True. When they see a nasty comment or they see, you know, me with my problematic opinions, they go into my house to let me know that they don't like my opinions. Well, I mean, how hurtful are my comments? Are my comments hurtful enough for you to come onto my page and put yourself more into that environment? Because that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. That's true. It's like but that's what they live for, though, right? Their purpose now, it's not to create a new formula to, you know, figure out a new engine that will get us to Mars faster. You know, it's not to like figure out how to grow more trees. I mean, there are those people out there, which is good, grateful for them, but it's to find you on the internet and give them a what's for.
Right.
And get you banned off the platform because your speech is creating more extremists. And we need to create the utopia online where everyone gets along and everyone's so pleasant to each other and everything's all just roses. And I couldn't think of anything else, but it's just like
everything's happy and
it's not realistic.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever had people on social media tag other people and say, hey, you're still following this problematic person? Like, do they say you're still following Adam? He's problematic. Unfollow.
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. But then I don't have the same situation as you because when I first, I joined Twitter in 2009, but I had 300 followers until February 2020. And then I joined the Tim's show, and then I gained my following. And that show was my red pilling. Like, I did so much research to try to keep up with Tim, who had been his mind was in the political realm for 10 years. Like, he knows all the congressmen and all the different political pundits. And he's very in touch with, the internet and what's going on. Where me, I was a skateboarder, musician. Like, I was just traveling around, playing music. Like, I didn't care about politics. I wasn't paying attention to, the news and stuff. So I kind of forced myself to become who I am. And very early on in that stage, while I was gaining a following, I realized, hey, I actually like Trump. I think he's actually a pretty good president. Like, he's doing really good things to help the American people that the news, for some reason, isn't actually, they'll report on it, but spin it as though it's a bad thing. And I'm like, this is a good thing. Like, why are they trying to make him look bad? And then, of course, I got digging more and more. And it just feels like you were anti-Trump, so you had people that were like, yeah, anti-Trump. Like, I don't even know why, but woo, Gothix, she's with me because I was told to not like him, and then you switched. So it was more of a visible switch for you, where me, it was just kind of like everyone knows me as, oh, he's, pro-Trump, but was a liberal once, but no one really knew me then.
Yeah.
So, but that must be interesting. And that's probably why you got a lot more hate, because I don't get as attacked as much. Although lately, I'll be honest, once Biden became president, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to critique him. He's president. I'm going to call him out on his inconsistencies, his hypocrisies, which I don't really need to get into talking about that man right now, because I've been basically every show for the past week has just been talking about how bad he is. But but for you, it's got to be interesting to deal with it.
I think it is because of that, because people knew me from the beginning, and I think it's also a matter of they don't want to consider the possibility of maybe that they're wrong about their assessment.
That's a good point.
Instead they just keep digging the hole further and further and further, and it's like, even now with as much hate as they throw at me, I don't reciprocate the hate. Like I'll repeat what they say. Like, for example, I had one guy that was thank you. I had one guy that was calling me transphobic. I was a TERF. I was this, that, and this. And I was like, this guy was a part of my community. And I'm pretty sure I have a photo of him at my meet and greet that I had at TwitchCon. So I responded with it. I said, oh, well, you didn't have a problem with me when you were, eating and drinking for free at my sponsored event, but now you do. And he got really upset. But
of course he did.
That's how I respond. I respond with truth. I'm not going to respond with BS.
Woo!
Thank you.
Truth. That's how it's done. The truth shall set you free. Well, these people need to remind themselves why they're angry, right? Because anger is fleeting, right? Yeah. So they have to keep regurgitating it, why they don't like you, because you're a traitor to them, that you changed, you did all this stuff. And it's like, if they suddenly forget it and listen to you now, which again, I got to commend you, because it is refreshing to see someone who has, it's actually kind of crazy to me that you said that you were left at TDS, because hearing you speak now, it's so logical. Your arguments, your, I don't know, just viewpoints on the things that you're talking about. I'm like, yeah, logic, right? Logic and truth together. I mean, when you bring those over to them, they're like, whoa, kryptonite, baby. No, I'm good. Don't bring that over here.
Good. I had I desensitized myself from the mean comments, and this is part of my healing process that I've put myself through. Okay. So it's like, I purposely go out and I look for mean comments. Like, it sounds terrible. I don't recommend everyone do that, but it helped me, and I still do it. And I came across just people talking about how they're so disappointed in me because they used to be a big fan of me on Twitch. And then they were like, well, look at before and after. It's like night and day. And this person posted like screenshots of my Twitter feed from like 2 years ago versus now. And the only difference is that I was part of the hive. I was advocating for punishment for wrong, hurtful opinions.
Wrong speak.
Yeah. And so I think the comment was specifically something about like the LGBT. And I said, oh, you're going to be mean to gay people. Well, I'm going to show you. But if in retrospect, if you think about it, I was doing a disservice to them, because I was coddling them instead of propping them up and saying, listen, life is going to be way harder than words. It's just, that's how it is. And I want to prepare you for it. And I don't want to give you this false impression that everything is going to be kumbaya and people are going to always like you, because you don't even like everyone. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, logic though, they can't handle that.
Logic. Yeah, that was the only difference.
Well, you know what? I gotta just say, this has been amazing. Gothix, thank you for joining me. This is great.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
There's lots of super chats. I saw some questions rolling in. There's a gift to you, one of the super chats, and we'll get to that. Where it's not too far in, but it's cool. It's actually the Crigler Show first that I'm kind of excited about. So
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
No need to be scared. It's great. It's great news. Nothing to be afraid of. But it is a first. This never happened. It's pretty cool. So let's see here. Robert Wiles starts it off. He says, I hope this makes Betty smile and Diana Francisco smile. My mom is doing better. Had a rough day. Otherwise is doing better. Be blessed, everyone. Thank you, Robert. It's good to hear that your mother's doing well. Right. Ryu says, first, Robert Shaw has changed. Robert Shaw super chats me a lot. You'll hear a lot of his super chats. He changed his name to Mark Robershaw Ham and Pine Supreme. I'm just going to call you Robershaw from now on, but very nice name change. Says first to lick my pizza.
What?
I don't know. Who the heck is Gothix? Sounds like an op shop. What is op? An OP shop?
OP? I don't know.
Oh, here we go. He gives some context to what he might think it sounds like. Went down to Gothix and got myself some trip pants. Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I used to shop at Hot Topic. I know all about this. Yeah.
That's why you thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any trip pants?
No.
Are you wearing trip pants right now?
Not at the moment.
Let's see. Katari says pineapple does not go on pizza. That's an opinion. What do you think? Yes or no?
Pineapple does go on pizza, depending on what is included. It depends.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree. I don't care, people. Look, I like pineapple on my pizza sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I also really love pizza. There was 6 months that I was living in Miami. I made a different pizza every day for like 3 months straight. I straight up handmade. I got dough from the store and like rolled it out and made pizza. I love pizza so much. I'm a pizza fan. Joe's Bloody Hands. Thank you for becoming a member. My goodness. I mean, we kind of talked about you. We almost started talking about you earlier, and I'm grateful that we didn't have to. But yes, they are quite bloody, aren't they? Thank you for becoming a member. Now that you are a member, you can actually spin the UFO in chat. I can't wait to have my UFO back. You can also smash the like button. I have a bunch of emojis in chat, and I just spammed a couple right now. Mark Robershaw says, don't make me sniff you into oblivion. Pineapples is juicy and belongs on pizza. Are you Bezos? I'll laser you from orbit. He, of course, can't stand Bezos. Half of his super chats are F Bezos. Literally just the letter F and then Bezos.
I respect that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so here it is right here. This is from RG Merkel. Now, RG Merkel super chatted the other day, last week, I think it was. I have a coffee company. I don't know if you know this. I run Crigler Coffee, a really delicious, freshly roasted coffee. When you order it, it gets roasted, and you get it a couple days later. This is from RG Merkel. He started a giveaway, giving away coffee to different viewers on my chat, which is just awesome. So super chatting a certain amount to pay for everything. And this is from RG Merkel. Send Gothix some coffee on me.
I love coffee. Thank you.
So do me a favor. Go to criglercoffee.com.
Okay.
Pick a bag of choice. And you will send it over to you. And this is on RG Merkel from my chat with a 36.
Merkel.
Yeah. Thank you, RG. That's so cool. This is my chat. I gotta just say,
that's awesome.
My chat is just awesome. I love my chat.
That's really dope, and I love coffee too. So,
well, good. Well, I hope you like really good coffee because
I do. I'm a coffee snob.
Are you? All right. Well, good. Well, good. So you'll have to tell me how it is. I'll come on your show, and you can tell me how you loved my coffee because you're gonna love it. There's no worry about it. I'm a coffee snob too, so I was a barista at a couple different spots. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay.
Robert Shaw says Trump lost. LOL. He didn't redacted enough. Ooh, what is that? What is redacted?
I see.
Darth Call says, "Hey Adam, hey Gothix. I've seen Gothix a few times. She rocks." And we talked about this guy actually earlier. Right on, Call. Thank you for that super chat, mate. Mr. Knox says, listening to Gothix losing support because she thought differently to them reminds me of what I've been going through. That sucks, Mr. Knox. I hopefully you realize though that the best way to get through life is to forge forward and do you.
It's all background noise. Just keep going.
Boom. Yep. Robert Shaw says Wolverine is actually an overweight Latinx binary. Oh gosh.
Oh no. It sounds like a transformer.
I mean, funny. Last time I heard, he was in a throuple with Jean Grey and Cyclops or something. I can't keep up with these things. Cool. Diversity. Robert Shaw says Biden is actually the fiddler. I mean Riddler. Oof. Dude. Oh my. He continues, Sith is best. Ooh, all right. What kind of Jedi would you be if you had to choose?
You're going to hate me for this.
Am I? Go on.
Never watched Star Wars.
Oh, no, I'm not going to hate you for that.
Okay.
It's surprising. Right. I feel surprised because it feels like, you may have watched that kind of, you're a gamer. And, but okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. So, well, the Sith are the bad guys.
Okay. All right.
Just to let you know, to give you a little bit of the lore, Sith are the bad guys.
Do they have better outfits, though?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm with them.
Without a doubt, the better outfits. Yeah.
Going with them.
You're going with the Sith? Okay. Me, I'd be the gray Jedi, which is the middle ground between light and dark. And then the Jedi are the good guys, I guess. I mean, one would argue that they're not necessarily good. If you know the true lore, I don't know. They kind of took over themselves. Anyway, I'm gonna do a Star Wars deep dive soon with Darth Call. Actually, he dresses up as Maul, which is, well, if you don't know who watch Star Wars, you wouldn't know what that is. But he's one of the Sith Lords that. I mean, he goes all out. It's like full like makeup with.
Oh, silicone. Is that the red dude with the thing?
Red dude with a double lightsaber. Yeah. He's in chat saying Sith for life. Dark side is the only side. No, there's a balance. All right, Call. There's a balance. All right. That's why I would study both sides of the Force.
Okay, I like that.
Let's see. Robert Shaw says, "Where's the name Gothix? Where did the name Gothic come from? Where did Gothix come from?" That's a good question.
Angsty teenager in high school that wanted to be cool when she was first experiencing, dressing for herself. Because my mom used to lay my clothes out before I got into high school. And then I started high school. I was like, I want to dress myself. So that's where the Hot Topic came in. And I said, I'm going to get a cool name. And that was my gamer tag on PlayStation. And I just kept it.
Cool. You want to know what my angsty child teenager name was?
Yeah. What is it?
I've never said this on live or anything, but it was Trimortal.
Oh, no. I kind of like that. I like that.
It's not bad, right?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh, God. It was because, all right, so my dad was in Chicago and my mom lived in Philadelphia at the time. And then I was like, I would bounce back and forth. And that was like the two lives that I lived. And then there was like the angsty teenager that no one understood.
I love it.
So it was like it was the Trimortal. Oh man, I can't believe I just said that. But yep, that was my Gothic. Like I wanted to be a goth, but I never had the nerve to like go to Hot Topic and buy an outfit.
Yeah, don't go there now. It's trash. But back in the day, it was good.
Yeah, now I don't recognize it. Now it's like sex toys and terrible knickknacks. It's like, man, it's gone downhill. Short Bus Dave says, Adam, if Disney cared about people of color, why did they bend the knee to CCP and change Taiwanese monk for a white actress in Doctor Strange? Not the first time for this. I don't understand anything Disney does anymore.
Perhaps they're lying and they don't really care.
Perhaps. Or
Perhaps.
maybe they're trying to dehumanize the Taiwanese so that they can maybe take over the island, like they have straight up said that they're going to do.
Correct.
I don't know if you heard this. They straight threaten them. Like,
yeah, I've heard that.
We're going to take over you, by the way. America's not going to help you. Frightening. Mao the Mighty says, I grew up seeing myself as the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, the GOAT. We didn't look the same, but I saw the character traits and values we share. Thank you, Mao. I love this. And now they're remaking, I don't know if you saw, I just saw this today, actually. They're remaking The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
With who?
I don't know the actor's name. It's, it's a young man, and I just...
just make something new.
Thank you. Why?
I feel like the past 20 years or so has just been people, for the most part, pumping out remakes. It's like, do yourself,
boring.
Like, push yourself, make something. And honestly, I feel that the actors are guilty for this too. Like, why would you take that role? It's like demand more, like push yourself to get something original. I don't know. It's really weird.
I know. I'm so sick of the remakes. Be bold. It's like, how do you think these greats that made epic IPs, like Aliens and like they had an artist create this whole world, and it has spawned. I mean, there's a video game that just came out, Aliens Fireteam, and it's great, but the world is still incredible, and you're not going to make that by just doing remakes. You're going to be, I don't know who made the new Willy Wonka. Granted, I don't know who wrote the original one, but so I guess that's not the best example, but it's like, H.R. Giger actually is the guy who created Aliens. My mom actually studied with him in the 80s. It's pretty cool. My mom's an artist. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. Yeah, make new IPs. Don't be afraid. All right. Hey, listen, there's something I do on my show. I roll the dice. I have a 20-sided die, and I'm going to roll it right now. Chat, you guys know the deal. Do you want to take a guess? Go ahead.
Okay, 7.
It is 7. Oh, we have another Crigler Show first. The guest actually guessed it. All right, look, I mean, it really was 7. All right, I'm not like making this up. This is amazing. All right, chat, you can just stop guessing now. This is amazing.
I ruined it.
No, you won the game. All right, but it is a tradition. I have to inform you. You won absolutely nothing. Congratulations. Save it up for something nice. Maybe buy someone you love something.
Nothing?
From nothing. Buy them nothing. Go buy them nothing from Hot Topic.
Okay, I can do that.
Go in there and be like, nothing. I just got you nothing.
I love it.
All right. Well, congratulations. That is
Thank you.
Incredible. I've never seen it happen before. Let's see. Mr. Squiggle says, with a $10 super chat, says, I find it kind of offensive that they can't give us minorities our own superheroes and build off of that from the bottom up. They always race swap as if they expect minority superheroes to fail. That's a good question. And like what you said earlier, it's like it's off the backs of a white superhero. And it's like, I mean, that's spicy. But this really is the root of it, though. It's like, why can't they have their own superhero? Like, what is it? Like, you don't think they're good enough to like have their own superhero, to be a superhero in their own right? Like, make a new IP, do something bold and new, create that character where, hey, maybe even someone like me would look up to and relate to, because it's not about the skin color. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Nice super chat, Mr. Squiggles. I like it. Red Mage with a $10 super chat says, Gothix wanted to ask if you knew about the walkaway movement. They were doing great things, and like you, realized what was actually going on and broke out of the TDS insanity.
Oh yeah, I know of the walkaway. I guess I'm a walkaway. That was one of my first few videos on my channel.
Yeah.
Met a lot of big faces through that, movement. Carlin was one of them.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Renegade Shuriken says, Gothix, I love your Tom McDonald reactions. Stay cool. Oh, you react to Tom, huh?
Yes, I do.
What a boss. Two new
Yes.
albums coming out this Friday, by the way. I don't know if you
How,
heard.
how does he do this?
I don't know. Tom,
I'm
what?
very confused. Like, where does he
And
get
they're
the
so
time?
good. They're so
Yeah.
good. He doesn't lose any of his um like power, and they're so just on point.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom McDonald, man. My goodness, that guy. And if you haven't actually checked out, not necessarily talking to you, Gothix, really to everyone, he released a new video today, and it is awesome. And it's basically him in an interrogation room being interrogated by a camera, Big Brother, but the establishment, and he just snaps back. Oof, I can't wait.
I gotta see that.
It's good. It's good. You guys got to check it out for sure. Let's see. Robert Shaw says, mastering the algorithm comes at a cost. Saitama. Oh, yeah. I mean, I almost said something, but I think it might get me in trouble, so I'm not going to say it. Right. Sejong says, no, the moderators definitely read left-wing journos. If a spicy article comes out against said person, they'll start digging into that person. Like Twitch moderators in general, you mean? I don't really know how Twitch works. Like, is there like a global moderators that kind of like peruse different chats?
Well, they do have global moderators, but also I don't know if you know this, they recently added something to their terms of service. I don't think they're going to be enforcing it on my haters. But it's basically, it states that if you are spewing hateful content on other platforms, you could get in trouble on Twitch. So
other platforms like YouTube.
Yes. So if
Twitter.
I'm on YouTube and I say trans women are men, and that falls into their category of hate speech, they can get me taken down. And that was actually this week. I saw people conversing with each other on social media and highlighting the terms of service, saying, "Can we report her for this?" I'm like, you guys are bored.
Right.
Very bored.
Well, they're not worrying about themselves.
No.
Right. They're not focused on furthering themselves. They're focusing on bringing other people down because they think that that's what they're supposed to do. And that's exactly what toying with conspiracy theories, but I feel like someone wants us to be as divided as we are, because it's being pushed by something, and I don't understand why they're so vicious in their lack of caring about themselves. Like, worry about yourself. Do you? What does it matter? It's just they're so like stuck on this. Like, I'd have to take Gothix down. She is a threat to nobody. She is a threat to nobody. All right. Face the music, people. Gosh, of course, I'm not talking to my chat because my chat's awesome and probably love you. And, or maybe some of your haters followed.
I'm sure there's some in here.
They're like, she's going to say something. I'm going to get her. I'm going to clip it. And I'm going to send it to Twitch. And we're going to get her banned. And you're like, I don't go on Twitch anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So joke's on you.
Thanks for the view. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I should say, right. Thanks for the view.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Robert Shaw says alien isolation. Yep, exactly. I was talking about that. Renegade Shuriken says, you're cool too, Adam. Didn't forget you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Robert Shaw says, I like to believe we do a more humane China. He lives in Australia, by the way. So he's referencing when he said it's China 2.0. No, I think China wants Australia. I don't know how many people know this. Australia is sitting on one of the largest lithium deposits on the planet Earth. And China is trying to capitalize on every industry, especially the new green energy one. Right now, 80% of America's imports for energy, everything comes from China. And I mean, we're dependent on them, people. You guys want to move to green energy? Guess what? China makes everything. That means they're getting our money. I mean, I'm getting sidetracked here, but I am afraid of the growing China power.
But you asked earlier, like, who's doing all this pushing stuff in China, divide people? I mean, I think it's what I think.
You know what? That's probably true. I mean, look at TikTok, right?
Yeah.
First off, it's a Chinese company. And look what is being brought to the top. Look what is being, they control the algorithms. They are the ones in control of what people are seeing. All right. So of course they're going to push up these people that shout out to libs of TikTok again. It's like, go peruse what's on there. It's probably, they don't probably search very hard on these platforms because they are getting millions of views. Why?
Yeah.
Because the algorithms are pushing them right to the top. So other kids are seeing like, oh, this is what people like. This is what people see. And I should do that. I should feel that same way. I should believe that as well. It's scary.
Yeah. I got banned. I got suspended really quick from TikTok, actually.
Did you?
Because I responded to some angry white guy, and he was talking. He was
How dare you?
He was making generalizations about like the Capitol insurrection. And he was like, if black people storm the Capitol, they all be dead. And I was like,
they did.
And I responded. And then he also said that black people are oppressed. So I responded with just two simple statements. I said to his response of, if black people storm the Capitol, they'd all be dead. I'd be like, how do you know that? How do you know that? Because that's a feeling. That's not a fact.
Did you know that they actually did?
No, they did. I saw BLM
armed
people going in too. So
it is amazing. Multiple times in history they did. Yeah. And then number two though, what the oppressed part.
Number two was he made the comment about black people are oppressed in America. I'm like, no, they're not. and
this is when the white liberal puts their hand over your mouth and goes, yes, you are. I got this.
And I got suspended for hate speech.
Hate speech was the reason? I'm trying to figure out where in that response was hate. How do you know? And no, they're not. Wow. And you got booted for that.
I got booted for that. I appealed it. They let me back on, but still, I was like,
come on. That was quick. That was quick. Yeah. And I mean, it just furthers our suspicions, right? As to it's not the narrative. They don't want you, someone who's popular on the internet, to be spewing things because you're black and you don't believe that black people are oppressed. Are you? I don't know. Are you? I don't know. Maybe
not at this very moment.
You voted for Trump, so you didn't vote Biden. So
yeah.
Maybe
I don't know. That is true. Yeah.
Craziness. Let's see. Voice of a Free America says, which was the greater buyer's remorse incident of 2020? Cyberpunk 2077 or Joe Biden? Joe Biden.
First of all, Cyberpunk wasn't that bad. I mean,
Cyberpunk was awesome.
I haven't finished it, actually. To be fair,
it was awesome.
I haven't finished it.
I love that game.
It's just a lot of glitches. It was disappointing, but for what it was, I was like, I like the story. It's visual. It's good. I really didn't have many problems with it except for the glitches.
I mean, I've been a gamer for 30 years. All right. Seriously, 30 years I've been gaming. I've dealt with glitches my entire gaming career. I don't care. I don't care about glitches.
All right, boomer.
Damn straight. I'm pushing 40. I'm okay with it. Whatever, but the glitch. I mean, I was playing on a solid PC with like really good specs. So, the PS4 players, the 360 players, like I get it. It couldn't handle the newer gameplay. I don't know what you played on. Were you PC gamer?
It was PC, yeah.
So I mean, I feel like the PC gamers kind of had it fine. Like the glitches that I did encounter were like, oh, this is funny. Wow, that's whoa, crazy. And then I would continue playing the game. It didn't take me out of it. Where they were playing potatoes, and it's like, all right, well, that sucks. Yeah. I get that. I understand. But they did fix it. Like, they've done a really good job of really trying to lock it down for those people. But Joe Biden, absolutely. Granted, I didn't want to buy Joe. I voted for Trump proudly, and it's nice to know.
You're also now black, and now you know.
I used to be, actually. I used to be, and then I decided I was voting for Trump.
Yes, that's what happened. Okay.
Yep. Let's see. Vicidius with the $10 super chat said, Gothix, I found your channel on Odyssey. Really dig your videos.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Hey, what's your Odyssey channel? Just Gothix?
I think it's Gothix TV.
Gothix TV.
Yeah.
Definitely check her out over on Odyssey, and you can find me over on Odyssey also, the Crigler Show. In case something happens with YouTube, I've had 2 strikes, and I was 1 strike away from being so.
Oof.
If it happens again, I mean, I just don't talk about a certain something that has changed the world over the past year. I just don't talk about it anymore.
Yes. Herpes, correct. No,
Yeah, everyone's gonna have it eventually.
Okay.
Okay. Where were we? Steven says, does the LGBT plus community ever come after Rocky Horror Picture Show for mocking Frankenfurter? You know, I've never actually seen that movie.
I haven't either. I don't know. I wasn't captivated by the
what
promotes.
Was it a 70s show or 70s movie?
Like
I know my mom actually, I know this story. My mom went to see it in theaters and dressed up as one of the characters, one of the main guys. Was it Eddie Izzard? Is it Eddie Izzard? I think it is. Someone said it's overrated in chat. Okay, right on. Robert Shaw says, I like my Crigler coffee fortified. Nice. I see what you did there. Disco Cobra, it comes right back down to thick skin. Never let anyone get you down. It might suck that people think that way, but it will never stop though. Just keep moving. That's a good point. I mean, if you finally become good with a friend of yours, right? I mean, it's like, all right, sure. But then there's that other friend or their cousin or their parents or the random person on the internet, which really what it boils down to is that will always be there. The random person on the internet just hates you. Just hates everything about you, everything you believe in. They just hate. And guess what? You can't stop them.
Yeah, it's just a Wednesday. You got to deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about Carlin, and one of the things that bugs me about her, and Carlin, I've talked to you about this, so it's not like I'm talking behind her. Do you know Bryson Gray?
Yeah.
So conservative, very outspoken conservative. Actually, just got banned from Twitch.
Oh shit.
Are you surprised though? I mean,
I'm not surprised at all. Yeah.
Yeah. He's quite outspoken and is homophobic. He literally says he is because it's against the Bible with what he believes in. And it's like, I'm not against people being gay. Like, you do you. Look, it doesn't affect me. So it's like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I'm happy with me. You do you. That's fine. He is very outspoken with what he believes. And it goes along what we're talking about. Look, you can't ever think everyone's going to be okay with what you do. So you got to just let it go and accept that some people just won't accept you for you. And that goes for every different type of attribute, even what you believe in, your skin color, your sex orientation. Fill the list out however long you want. Someone's going to not like something on there. And it's like, the world will never be this Borg. They want to be the Borg.
It's not going to happen.
Wait, you know Star Trek? You don't know Star Wars.
I know a little bit. I know a little bit of Star Trek.
Okay, so you know the Borg. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea what the hell a Borg is. What's a Borg?
I see. I was like, hey, I gotta make sure she knows what the Borg is. All right, so the Borg is essentially like a AI that has become sentient and absorbs organic life forms. So it would take, if I were to become a Borg, I would become one with the hive collective. I don't think for myself, we all think together as one. And it's like you lose your everything when you become part of the Borg. The Borg is this amalgamation of every organic. I mean, there's different aliens that are part of the Borg, and they get these cybernetic implants to be part of this AI. I don't know. It's frightening because they want to assimilate all life. Because it's almost like if AI went rogue and said, it's best if we take over your brains and do everything for you instead of you thinking for yourself. We're going to think for you and do everything for everybody. And you're going to get sustenance through a tube in your neck to keep you alive. and it's a frightening premise.
Yeah.
But that's what they think, right? That's like
They want.
that's do they know human beings at all? Like human beings want to be free to think, want to be free to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to happen the way that they think it is. So
Yeah.
to bring it back to Carlin's so angry at Bryson because she is very close with the LGBT community. She has many friends within the community and thinks that he's a terrible person for believing what he believes. And it's like, I don't believe what he believes. I think people should be accepting, but he believes it. So what, am I going to go like yell at him and not be friends with him anymore? It's like, it's not like we chat all the time, but I'm friendly with him. It's like if you were against that, I don't know. It's like, you got to accept that people are going to feel that way. And it's like, you don't have to hate the man because of his opinions. And that's part of the problem. You're kind of like that. You're sounded like a leftist, Carlin. I mean, I've talked to her about this, so I don't feel bad calling her out,
Like I've never had a full-blown conversation with Bryson. He stopped by my stream once, commented on one of my videos on YouTube.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah, and I've seen those comments before, and I am I'm not gay, but I have a lot of people in my life that are and part of the LGBT, and I'm also not religious, but I have a lot of people that are. Right. And I'm kind of just, I realize that there isn't like Tom Sowell says, there isn't any solutions in life. There's only trade-offs.
Yes, so, exactly. Great man too, by the way.
So it's like at this point in time, with how chaotic the world is, we really should be building bridges instead of trying to divide us even more, a you versus me.
Yes.
And I used to think kind of like Carlin in that aspect, where I was just like defensive of anyone that would have criticisms about people in the LGBT, and I would get angry. And for a while, I viewed Christianity as just like this bigoted group of people that were they were the enemy. Okay. And I've slowly started to realize it's like, well, if this is their belief, and their belief is just this opinion, and they're not actually hurting anyone, they're allowed to have that opinion. Yep. And if it came down to it, I would like to think that if someone was hanging off a cliff, if a gay guy was hanging off a cliff and Bryson saw this guy, I doubt he's going to let the guy fall.
Wait, what's your sexual orientation? Who do you like to sleep with? Like, no, he's going to save the man. It's like, all right, I saved you. All right, cool. It's like, we get to know it. Oh, that's your belief. So I don't believe that. All right, well, we'll go our separate ways. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I look at it. It's like, okay, they have this opinion, but I think there are other priorities above just your personal feelings towards something. And I think that's it. It's like, if I say I disagree with this lifestyle or this and that doesn't mean that I hate you. I just disagree with you, but we can still be civil and we can still coexist, because at the end of the day, that's our only solution, to coexist. Agree to disagree, right? I mean, what happened to that? Just a simple statement. Like, you know what? All right, well, we just disagree. Okay, cool. Moving on. Yeah. No, there's no moving on with these people. But I need you to agree. Fascism. Yep. That's what fascism is. Absolutely crazy. All right, where was I? Oh, Disco, thank you for that. That was a great super chat that led to a good little conversation there. It's quite good. Robert Shaw says, I love broccoli and refrigerators. I do like broccoli. Cool. Refrigerators are good as well. Both good things. All right. I like broccoli and I like I don't know about love. That's like, really? You love? Or are you doing the meme with the guy that walks down the line of refrigerators? I love refrigerators. You know what I'm talking about? I've never seen that. You haven't seen that? All right. Look, no. Hey, someone go tag her on Twitter and just post that meme with the guy that says I love refrigerators. All right. It's okay. I mean, I'm not even doing you a favor or anything. It's not that funny. It's just that's what he's referencing. I need to see it. She needs to see it. All right. Now you're welcome. I guess I am doing you a favor. All right. He continues. He says, we'll get our freedoms back on the 17th of October. Are you going to vote people out? Is that what's going on? I hope
what's
so.
happening? What's happening in October? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the 17th of October. I think that I've been hearing rumors about like how these people are really worried that when they lose their power, they're going to be held accountable, from people I follow in Australia that are like news pundits, and it's interesting. And of course, he's out there. He lives in Australia. So, and then Robert Shaw says, only if you're fully redacted. It's actually written out, redacted. I'm not redacting them myself.
I love it.
Mr. Wolfgram says, just subscribe to you, Gothix. I will definitely watch your stream tomorrow.
Hey, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Everyone go follow Gothix. In the description below, you can find all of her different places that I think I added your locals as well. Maybe I didn't. I will do that actually right now.
You're awesome.
I got, thank you. I appreciate that. And so are you. Gothix. .locals.com. Check out Locals, because Locals is actually really awesome. I like it myself. I'm on, you said you follow me on Locals, but for those who don't know, adamcrigler.locals.com. You can come check it out. I've actually been starting to post. Someone asked me for this the other day. They want my sources for the things that I've resourcing. So I started posting the stuff that I'm talking about on my show over on my Locals. So you can see it's just a big, huge list of links, Twitter posts, and all different stuff. But I'm going to start dumping those onto my Locals, so you can go there and check out all of my stuff. But in the description below, you can follow her YouTube, your Twitch page, which I laugh.
You want to look at a graveyard? Go right. I mean, I have a lot of old clips on there if you want to see what I did before.
Sure,
Have at
but follow her here. Gothix Gaming on YouTube. Also, Rightly is. What's
Rightly AJ, I think, is the
Rightly AJ. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, check her out there, and on Twitter, Gothix TV.
Yeah.
Let's see. Robert Shaw says Gothix has a white mentality. CNN reports.
Yeah, that's accurate. I've seen that.
Disco says, feel like at some point it'll just be us over here talking about these topics. People are in their echo chambers, not caring about our views. Dumb. Oh, man, and that's sad, isn't it?
It's very sad.
Because it's like, what do you do about that? Because it's true.
Yeah.
They don't want to have conversations with us, Like, hey, I'll talk to you. Like, let's talk about logic and truth. And I understand that your feelings are valid. And they're like, no, you don't. I'm like, yeah, I do. Of course. You feel this way, but like, let's talk about why. Let's talk about, let's get past them. As I love your question. What now? What now? That's great. I mean, it's beautiful because it forces them to think past their anger. I'm going to use that. I'm going to take that, and it's because it's great. I think that more people need to ask themselves this, because once they do that, it forces them out of that bubble, out of that echo chamber, because in the echo chamber, no one's asking what next.
I know.
What now? What now then? It's great. Let's see. Virtual is trust says, oh my God, Gothix and Adam. That's it. That's the super chat.
All right.
Yeah. I think they're excited.
Okay.
Excited enough for a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Robert Shaw says, I like Asmongold. He's a funny dude. I saw a couple of his things over the past couple weeks. I don't really know, but doesn't he have a YouTube channel where he gets a little more into things and talks about political stuff also? I'm not really sure. Are you familiar with Asmongold?
I've heard of the name.
He's like a huge Twitch streamer. But I don't know. I think he talks about politics, and I thought I heard some rather based things from him.
Wait, was he recently speaking against the Twitch boycott?
Maybe.
I feel like someone was trending a few days ago that was a popular Twitch partner.
Let's see. I'm just gonna look up videos to see like what's newer, because it feels like someone's gonna talk about him. No, it's just all of his. I mean, he's got millions and millions of views. Wow. All right, lots of views. All right, so he's clearly made it. Good for him. That's awesome. All right. Yeah, he is kind of funny. Yeah, I appreciate that. I love humor. Humor is the best. Laughing is always the best. Let's see. Robert Shaw says, Gothix profits off of suffering and hatred.
Mm,
CNN reports.
yeah.
These are my favorite of his.
Maybe I do.
The CNN reports. Well, he just says -CNN, but I like adding reports because it feels more official. CNN reports.
I like that.
Yeah, right. He continues. He says, "Look at Robert Wiles. Got one organic leg. He's not a victim. He didn't give up on life. He's a damn good hero and an awesome dude." This is my chat. Shouting out some. Robert Wiles does in fact have one leg. He's got a prosthetic legs. He fills us in from time to time on what's going on with it, and he's not a victim. He moves forward. He does what he needs to do and there's probably someone out there that is using it as a victim. I watched Zeducation. Someone introduced me to Zeducation in a super chat the other day, or maybe I think it was a super chat. Someone said it. Dude's hilarious. Do you know Zeducation on YouTube? I've
heard. I gotta still get my feet in the door with all these other channels.
Trust me, check him out. He's hilarious. Dude it's so refreshing because he's making fun of a lot of things that like I laugh at because people are ridiculous. And he's coming from a I want to figure out a word that isn't conservative that means like people who aren't far left, because it's like the go-to word is conservative. And you've actually spoken out about this too, where someone's like, oh, look, a conservative, something. And you're like, the fact that you instantly just assume that you are conservative, you're like, already, it's like, oh, great. Here we go.
Yeah.
But
there should be a word. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if there's necessarily a need for a word though, at the same time, because I feel like it just, people have a certain expectation of you to follow everything for a T. I think eventually any label you create, it's going to happen. True.
That's a good point. But Zeducation is hilarious. And yeah, check him out. Yeah.
All right.
I forgot where I was going. I was going to do a point with it, but I got lost because he was just thinking about it and then trying to figure out a word for it. But dude's hilarious. Francisco says 4:20 Pacific time. Love yourselves and your loved ones. I like that. Normally he just announces his 4:20 and then he's going to proceed to celebrate 4:20 in due fashion.
Okay.
But this was a little classier. I like this, Francisco. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed your 4:20 because we are long past now. But
I like the commitment, though. Like it's right on the dot. Okay.
Every show.
Nice.
Every show. This dude commits. I love it. Now, Sejong the Great with a $10 super chat says, American Asians have proven that anyone can succeed on equality of opportunity without equality through equity. Success is a personal journey. No one can hand you success. And then he just says Hunter Biden. Oof.
Oh!
Oof. Way to like do a quick 180 with a freaking smack. Jeez. All right, Sejong, I see you. I love your where you're going with that super chat though. It's amazing. And yeah, I mean, equity of opportunity is great. Like, equity of outcome, you can't have it. There's always going to just be lazy people that don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
That's these lazy people. Like, what are you going to do with your life? It's unrealistic. Exactly. Jay Rico says, yay, I caught Gothix. Something I was always taught was to make it my own way, because if someone else does it for you, they can take it away.
Oh, I like that. That's true.
Right? It's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
You do it. Do it on your own. And no one can take it from you. I love that. That nobody guy with a $20 super chat says, there are great original characters that are black. I loved Static Shock growing up. Now he gets his powers through BLM. Jon Stewart's Green Lantern is not just a race swap. He is a beloved character of Justice League. Is that true? Static Shock gets his power through BLM now? I
think it's a joke, but I mean, it's honestly, maybe
I don't even know.
It's real. Maybe it isn't real.
Yeah, man. I who knows anymore? That's where we're at right now.
Oh no, I have no idea.
Goodness. Ryan says Mustangs aren't muscle cars; they're sports cars. Changed my mind. What's your guys' dream car? Gothix, go. You first.
My dream car.
Dream car, go.
I want a black on black Jeep with some RGB purple and lime green lights. That is it. That's all I want.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
no. So when you say Jeep, are you talking like Wrangler that can go off roading, or are you thinking like more like a clean cut version of crisp?
I
What are you
want a
thinking?
clean cut, but if I had to, go off the road for any reason, like
You could.
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to look good, but like whoop someone's ass at the same time.
Okay. All right. I see
Yeah.
it. Nice. All right. And my dream car, I mean, it was a Subaru WRX because I wanted to rally race, and I actually own it. I have a Subaru WRX, and I have it. It's my baby. She's currently not working, but that's because rats chewed out the wires of the engine in Arizona. I'm really sad about it, but
Wow.
it's okay. It's okay. My brother and I are gonna work on the car and get it back up and running, and it'll be great. So, and I'm gonna actually race it. I want to take it onto a dirt track one day and slide around a dirt corner. It's like, oh, that's really why I got my car, is for that, to drift around a dirt corner on a rally course someday in the future.
You should. I have a friend that he has a coach teach him how to drift like on an enclosed track wearing the full suit and everything. I'm like, that's dope.
On like concrete, like regular race car kind of drifting?
No, I forgot what car he has.
I need details.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. He knows all this.
Awesome. I like this. Robert Shaw with a retort says, wrong. Mustangs are horses, not cars. He got you, dog. He got you, Ryan. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Although they are also cars. Rough shot. Ford. Did you see Ford's new truck?
I think I did, and I recall saying it was ugly. If I'm thinking about the thing I saw, maybe I saw something else. Is it ugly?
It's super gay. Did you see the super gay truck?
No, I did not see the super gay truck.
Okay, I'm not calling it super gay truck.
Okay.
All right. It is literally called hashtag super gay truck. I'm going to show you guys this. Gosh, I couldn't believe that this was an actual thing. Okay. So Ford of Europe. This is it right here. Hold on, I have to share my screen again. People are, of course, freaking out about this because they saw it and they're like, what is going on? All right, this is their truck. It's rainbow and sparkles. I guess they think that all gay people just want to wear sparkles and rainbows. But yeah, it's the very gay Raptor. That's what they call it. It's the very gay Raptor. Yeah.
Yeah, because okay.
Where's the back? Where's the back of it? I mean, is that what you were expecting?
This has to be satire.
No, this is real. I'm not joking. This is let me go to the actual Ford page.
Imagine going hunting with all your manly men out into the sticks to hunt geese, and you just pull up with this.
Here is the blue check marked Ford Europe. You asked Ford to make a very gay Raptor a reality. We heard you. First off, who asked them this?
Who asked that? No.
Who's asking for this? Our real life version made its debut at Cologne Pride last week in its all rainbow adorned glory. Here it is. The very gay Raptor truck. Hashtag very gay Raptor. I just.
How to.
I don't understand. Like, what are you going to say?
Like, what's the most efficient way to virtue signal? Yes. And then they came out with this.
Who asked? That is, I don't even know what to say.
Someone asked in your chat, is that an anus on the tailgate?
Oh, no. No, it's a pink heart. Come on, people. Anyway, that's Ford's new inclusivity, diverse truck that clearly someone asked for. I don't know who did, but my goodness. Moving on.
Right.
American B. Savage says there are 80 million people, supposedly, with the blood of the 13 soldiers on their hand, not just the potato and chief. Well, it's also the Secretary of Defense and all the military leaders that didn't persuade Biden or resign to keep Bagram Airport or keep control of Kabul, which they had every opportunity to. They were working with the Taliban and had every opportunity to maintain Kabul, and they didn't. And then, of course, the people who voted for him. Although, you can't necessarily hold it against people, because if I held it against Gothix, for example, if I said, you had TDS once, so I just am never going to forgive you or think that you could become, aware, awake, red-pilled, however you want to put it. It's like, I'm not going to condemn her for those things in the past, because look where she's at now. I mean, the ability to grow is part of growing up. The ability to, people who are aware. I saw a tweet the other day. Someone said, I regret voting for Biden. And that was the tweet. And it's like, of course, conservatives are like, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. And then, the more moderate people are like, good, thank you. It's great. I wrote, I'm proud of you for getting there, right? Because it's like, to go back to your analogy, like if you yell at that kid because he got the problem wrong in a math class, that kid's not going to, is that how you teach? Or,
Right.
Are you trying to force it on them? It's like, no, you good job. Hey, it's actually this. Let me help you work through that problem. It's actually 9 plus 10. So you do work it this way. It's not 21. It's this, work with these people. So like, what, 80 million people were supposed to just be like, I hate you all now. No. All right. Well, some of them are already saying, wow, like, I didn't think that this was going to be the case. So right now, is the blood on their hands? No, there is only one person whose blood has hands have blood on it, and that's Joe Biden's. He's the man in control, not the 81 million or 80 million people, whatever it is. Joe Biden made those decisions to withdraw the troops. He is the one in control. I don't care what they say. They try bringing up Trump. I'm like, no, shut up. Trump is out of office. He's been out of office for like 7 or 8 months now. Stop talking about him. Biden is the one who left Americans there, who gave up control, who is now funding them. They're talking about giving the Taliban help for some reason, even though they're out there celebrating by carrying around a casket with an American flag on it. I get triggered. I get triggered about this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really pissed off about his inadequacies as president. It's really annoying me. But this kind of stuff, it's like we can't divide further, right? It's like I don't want to be mad at people. I'm mad at Biden, but I'm not mad at these 80 million people. I hope that they're paying attention.
Yeah.
That's
what I hope.
Right.
And that's why I try to keep the door open and try to be as calm as possible when these people come at me, because at some point I do think little by little people are waking up. And when these people get there, it's like, okay, the past is immutable, so let's stop talking about the fact that you voted for him. What now? Yeah. And I hope that people start paying attention, because I suspect a lot of folks voted last year because they were letting their emotions do the decision for them. Yep. It wasn't a vote for Biden. It was a vote against Trump because they were emotional about his hate tweets. The same thing I talk about. It's like,
yep.
Yeah.
And even his hate tweets were, I don't know. I don't even want to get into talking about all this, because we can go for a while on the Trump stuff. But a lot of he was. Well, I'll just say he was a showman, right? He came off of being on a TV show on he wasn't a politician. He was a showman. He embellishes. Yeah, he does that. I don't like that he exaggerates too much. Like, it is a little annoying, because I know that some of the things aren't truthful. And I feel like you don't need to embellish sometimes. You don't need to like showboat to get your point across. And I think he did that too much to his detriment. And it just, they used every single time and just smeared it and made it so much worse than it could have been. So
yeah,
I've had too many conversations with people about his tweets, and it's just like, it's so annoying because when we get to the root of it, it's like, okay, yeah, he's a showboater. All right, next, what next? So, locker talk. Oh, cool. Like everybody does that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Robert Shaw says the only good Mustang is Roy Mustang. What is that? What's
Roy Mustang? I don't know what that.
I think you just aged yourself. Maybe.
I might have, maybe.
No, not you.
A little bit.
Robert Shaw.
I mean, okay.
I don't know who Roy Mustang is. Or
I have no idea.
Both,
I don't know.
Maybe we both did.
I thought maybe you did. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
I don't know. Let's see. Ryan says to Darth. I don't know if this is to call or Vader, because there's actually or Darth Jason. There's a couple different Darths that hang out. There's the Sith, my chat. Oh, wait, you don't know? You know Darth Vader, right? You know the name Darth Vader?
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
So Darth Sidious, Darth Plagueis. Darth is kind of like the name of the evil Sith lords. So to Darth, he says, well, yes, but no. So I don't even know what that what that even means, but thank you for that super chat. Mark Robershaw actually changed his name to Darth Mark Robershaw, Ham and Pine Supreme. Maybe he's talking to Robershaw. I don't even know. Don't drink the bong water. Good advice.
That's don't ever know. Bad.
It's good advice. It's good advice. Ryan says to Darth again, what if you're hitting pickle juice? All right, clearly he's talking to Robershaw now. Don't call him Darth. His name's Robershaw. Come on. To Robershaw, what if you're hitting pickle juice? You don't ever drink the bong water, man. No. Listen. If you're drinking the bong water, you're doing it wrong. All right. And you were taught wrong by whoever taught you how to hit bongs. All right.
Unless they like it, but that's your business. I don't recommend.
You know what? On par to what we've been talking about all episode, you do you. You do you. If you want to drink that bong water, you go ahead and drink that bong water. I reserve the right to make fun of you for drinking it because that's disgusting.
Correct.
Please post it online so I can laugh about it. Let's see. Rob Shaw says dumpster fires keep the homeless warm. Okay. All right. Not the internet ones, though. Right?
Not the internet ones. Though that keeps. Yeah, that's just terrible.
Yeah. Mr. Knox says, I remember watching that debate when watching two white fellas say to black dudes they're wrong about CTR was insultingly funny. I think I'm gonna have to go see that debate.
You're gonna have to. It is 3 hours long, but all the juicy stuff is at the beginning.
Yeah, it gets right in the action, huh?
Right, and you can thank Miss Carlin for that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But
she gets after it. She gets after it. She's great.
I said, you know what? I'm just gonna let it roll. Whatever. This is not my show anymore.
I love it. Yeah, I definitely have to go see that. That's great. Let's see. Robert Shaw says, I say we hunt whale hunters. I mean, I don't like violence at all. So I see where your head's at. It just makes me realize I can't condone this. Look, Washington Post is already writing articles about me being some sort of an extremist, which is absolutely bonkers. Because do you get the vibe that I'm like some sort of extremist breeding extremists out of my show?
Yes. Yeah. I see. It's the hair. That's what it is.
It's new. I recently cut it. Well, it used to be a long hippie hair up to about a week ago. So maybe it was the hippie hair. I don't know. You know, it's funny. I have this like side, I got like the trim, right? And I thought, I was like, Gothix is going to be on. Maybe I can do like a side thing.
Yeah, there we go.
Like,
yeah,
do like a Gothix haircut, the Gothix style. But then I was like, I gotta wear the headphones, and then I was like, getting ready for the show. So I didn't, but I was thinking about it. I almost did it. Let's see. Ryan with another super chat. Oh, I just got a super chat jump. Thank you guys for all the super chats and the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Wow, lots of super chats. I got to catch back up to where we were at. Here we go. The dumpster fires keep homeless warm. Yep, found that. All right. Ryan says to Darth, how are we going to do that? They got harpoons. Oh, come on, guys. They're literally having a conversation via my super chats. I love it. I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it. Let's see. Robert Shaw says, Adam, what the heck are you doing? Roll that dice. All right, here we got another. Good luck. All right.
Okay.
You could try again. Go ahead.
8.
Okay. And chat, it wasn't 8, so don't guess 8.
Okay.
But right. I did roll the dice. I'll be watching chat as I read some more here. Let's see here. Robert Shaw says, to Ryan, we have submarines and torpedoes, bro. Oh, all right. Okay, here we go. We got the numbers rolling in. I have a feeling this might take a little while for people to guess it. There's people guessing 8 for some reason, even though that's okay. It's going to happen. All right. Someone said save the whales. I love that in chat. Shout out to chat. I love you, chat. You guys are absolutely the best. I can't really read super chats or look away because the numbers start rolling in. I gotta see who gets it. Black Magic gets it. Thank you. It is 7. I literally rolled another 7.
Wow. And I was thinking about that number too. I said, what are the chances? I said, nah, let's go with 8. Let's go one up.
I felt that. I was like, she didn't want to say 8. She changed her mind.
I didn't. I said, that's going to be cliche.
7.
Yeah,
but
that's weird.
That's crazy. Black Magic, congratulations. You won absolutely nothing. Save it up for something nice. Maybe buy your grandmother something from the free 50 store. So congratulations. Yeah, it was 7 again, which I'm going to actually work on having a dice cam so I can prove. They've demanded audit the dice many times because
that's good. That's good.
You know what? I'm all about audits. You know what? Let's audit everything. I'm cool. Audit the votes. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Let's prove it to everyone if you won fair and square, because clearly people want to know. What's the harm in letting them know? Same with chat. Chat deserves to know, even though some of them just don't believe me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, you don't believe me? What? Chat.
You seem like a nice guy, but it's got to be fair. It's got to be fair.
You know what? And I'm okay with it. So, you know what? I'm going to get a Dominion voting machine to work the dice.
Very good.
No. Anyway. All right. Jay Rico says, by the way, have you heard of Chingo Bling? He was basically also anti-Trump and got red-pilled. Now he gets a lot of heat from the Hispanic community. I thought the Hispanic community was very into Trump, heavy Trump voters, actually.
Depends. Are they Hispanics born here in America?
Is that the main difference?
I think the main difference is if you were born here. If you came from a country where you immigrated in, you're going to have a different perception, I think, for the most part.
Let me take it a step further. All right. So really were you indoctrinated here from a child, or did you see what real life is like outside of America? Right?
That's what it is. That's what
you know what I'm saying? Did you see that Project Veritas drop from that that dude the teacher? Yeah.
Yes.
The one he had a Mao poster, Antifa flag, and was turning his students against the US government. It's like, wow.
But just what he said, when he kind of glossed over, he was like, yeah. And I mean, with Mao, some people probably died that shouldn't have gotten shot. I said, some people.
Some people. What? It's like, dude, killed millions. What?
Couple of million,
Oh my gosh. I had a survivor from Mao's Cultural Revolution. Lily Tang Williams was on my show.
She's on my channel.
She's amazing, right? Oh my gosh. So know Lily. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Incredible woman. Passionate as all get out about waking these people up about what this stuff is. Whew. Shout out to Lily Williams. If you guys don't know her, you should check her out on either one of our shows. I'm sure it was a good show.
It was good. It was really good. Some critics still, she's straw manning. I'm like, sir, she was born in the environment.
She was there. She lived it. She shared a toilet with me. Just watch the
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah.
They're glorious. All right, let's see here. Brightened says, as the trans mod that Gothix was referring to, and somebody that usually stays out of politics completely, this was refreshing to listen to. Thank you. Hey, all right, Brightened.
Yeah,
That's your mod that we were talking about.
Well, that's one of my mods. He's a ride or die from Twitch. After my Twitch community dispersed,
nice,
they stayed.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Because the true chat will follow you anywhere you go, right, chat?
Yeah.
Love you, chat. Love you, chat. I see you over there, chat. It's like, especially now, because like right now it's, oh wow, it's 8:45. I can't believe it's as late as this. So normally I end my show at around 7:30, 8 sometimes. But after 8, right, the Timcast show starts, and there was a lot of spillover from when I was fired from the Timcast show. I started doing my show, and at 8 o'clock, I tend to get a loss of viewers, which is fine. They go watch Tim. But my diehards are with me now, the people that I'm still live with, and it's like we got over 400 people still. It's awesome, but it's like these are my diehards.
Yeah.
So, to all you out there still watching me right now, love you guys. You guys are the best. I see you in chat. Thank you, Brighton, for that super chat. It's great to hear from you, and it's refreshing to know that you still back Gothix. It's great. Let's see. Patrice says fridge ketchup only. Tomatoes are happier cold.
No. Ban that person.
What?
Unacceptable. No. I'm a
what is this?
Ketchup fascist.
Lukewarm ketchup? What?
It's just, listen, you bake fries. Hear me out. You bake fries, they're nice and crispy, nice and warm, and you ruin it with cold ass ketchup. Do you want your fries hot or cold?
What if there's a blend between the fries being too hot with the cold ketchup, that when you put it in your mouth and start chewing, it's like, oh, it's hot. No, but it's cold because of the ketchup. And then, it's now perfectly for my eating pleasure.
You're overcomplicating this experience.
Hey, that's my lived experience, Gothix. All right. How dare you?
Excuse me.
I do love my fries, though. All right, so
okay, me too.
You know what? You do you. You can put your warm ketchup on your hot fries. That's fine. Or is it warm, or is it room temperature? I don't know.
I let them cool down a little bit, smidge, just a smidge.
Just a smidge, So you can't get them too high. You can't burn the tongue. Anyway, Patrice, thank you for that super chat. Robert Shaw says, "I win." What did you win? You didn't win any game on my show. All right, I'm just letting you know. Oh, maybe the battle between him and Ryan earlier, probably.
Yes.
Yaya Mac with a $10 super chat says, Gothix, adore you.
Oh, thank you.
I have a beautiful biracial granddaughter. She is loved and adored. This climate with critical race theory makes me angry and terrified for her future. Advice? First time super chat. Love you, Adam, and your mom. Oh, that was nice too. Also, shout out to my mom. That's so nice. Thank you, Yaya Mac. I'll let you answer. I have some things to say about this as well.
Any advice as far as critical race theory and what to deal with it?
Yeah, I guess to help her granddaughter maybe deal with facing this stuff. There's a lot to unpack with this.
I guess it depends, because I really feel for the parents that have their kids in public schools that are getting slammed with critical race theory.
True.
And in those situations, I don't think there is another option aside from protesting against the school board or pulling your kid out of school, because I'm going to use a really bad analogy, but it for me, it helps. I used to own a German Shepherd, right?
Okay.
And they're very you got to be on top of them with their training. And if you have a family home and one person is training the dog in a certain way and the other person is training the dog in the other way, you're going to confuse them. So you got to make sure everyone's on the same page. So if you have critical race theory in the school, the only option is to get it out or get your kid out. Because I think that, especially with where people are, I've seen some videos where teachers are saying you can't tell your parents what we're teaching you in school, and that in itself is very terrifying.
Yeah, I agree. That's frightening stuff.
I feel like you would be just wasting your time trying to like override whatever your kid just learned for 8 hours a day in the classroom.
Yeah, I don't think that was a terrible analogy at all. I think that sums it up very well, because young minds are malleable. They're soaking up information from their surroundings. That's how humans, and that's how all animals take in information as they grow. That's learned experiences is how we learn to interact with everything in life. So that's why critical race theory is such a problem in schools. Like, we need to get it out. My sister has biracial children, and I remember seeing a post from like someone was an uncle just like me, was like had one of his nieces on his lap or something, and someone was like, "Oh my gosh, this white guy has a black girl," like, and they like made a big deal out of it. Like, you can't like, oh, like you're gonna like confuse them or something because what, they're being loved by a family member. Like, I love my nieces and nephews, and their skin color has nothing to do with it, because they're my family. Like, I love them so much. They're incredible human beings. They're so smart and amazing. And like, I don't want them to grow up in a world where they think that they are oppressed somehow because of their skin color, because they can do whatever they want if they work for it. And that's what America's about. It's like, if you work for something, you can get at it and get it and have it and do it. And like, that's what it's about. And I want them to know that. So my advice is to just make sure that they know that, like, that's what I was taught as a kid. Like, maybe it's unrealistic to say you can do anything. You can't do everything, but if you choose one thing and you work hard enough, you'll probably get that one thing. I say probably because it might not happen. Life happens, right? But it's tough with this race thing, how it's just being pushed. And tune in tomorrow too, because it's going to be hot. It's going to be a spicy show, because I'm going to be arguing about critical race theory. It's funny because we both are against it, but she just thinks it's not anti-white, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. What do you think? Do you think it's anti-white?
I think. Sorry, I just heard my boyfriend scream. He's playing a game.
Don't answer it.
Did you hear him?
It sounded like he yelled "don't." And I was like, "Oh, does he not want you answering that?" Or
he's gaming right now. Cool, so I mean, obviously, I think there is some anti-white stuff in it. I suspect that Carlin's position on it is to not give actual white supremacists or neo-Nazis the ammo to say, now we can use this to go and retaliate because it's right there. So like, obviously, like it's bad for everyone. Critical race theory is bad for everyone, but there are some specific white things. But I understand it's just one of those things. Like, I don't think it necessarily matters if it's anti-white, because at the end of the day, there's still racism being involved, and there's someone being affected by this in a negative way.
She's spoken about that actually before. When she first started getting heat online about it all, that she was like, "Look, like they're going to use this," and my thought on that is like, it's being taught in school that race should be treated separately because of race. And it's like, why would they even care? Like, they're getting what they want. Like, if there are white supremacists out there, right, that think that race should be segregated, like, wouldn't they want critical race theory to just be taught as is? Because it's basically, they're getting what they want. They're getting segregation under the guise of virtue, safe spaces. And, it's like, I don't, like, all right, sure. Yeah. They'll use the few anti-white things as that, maybe to recruit, others to their cause, which all of critical race theory is just creating more and more divides and everywhere, any sort of race, and out there. So
right.
I get the argument, and it's funny because like, I think she's right. She's not wrong on any part of it, other than the fact that it is also anti-white. Like, I think they both are true. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow because
I'm gonna tune into this. I want to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So Yaya Mac, by the way, good luck and thank you for those kind words, and I wish you well with your granddaughter. Just make sure that she knows that you give her love, and feeling the way that you just kindly super chatted me, I'm sure that is no problem at all. So just keep doing you, and I think it'll be fine. Let's see. Jeff says, Jesus loves you more than anyone else, Adam. You should get to know him better. Sharing the love of God is the best gift a father can give. Thank you for those kind words, Jeff. Or Joffrey? Is it Joffrey? I never know how to pronounce that name, but I appreciate those kind words. Thank you very much. The Sidious with the $10 super chat, actually 2 $10 super chats in a row, says the root of all of this is education. Been digging deep into Gabriel Giles and the Durham High School from the Veritas video. Found a legal way to see their coursework. Oh my! He says you can see the insanity progress over the last couple years. We want this insanity to stop. We need to cut it at the root. Just like you said, it needs to be gone completely because it's just going to confuse these kids, right? I agree. We need to stomp it out before it spirals too far. And some people argue it already has. I disagree. I don't think it has. I have more faith in the average human being that most people want everyone to just live as best as they would want themselves to live. I truly think that a lot of these problems are spawned from the screeching loudest on the internet people that feel they are entitled, and these companies are pandering to them, and they're listening, but not listening to the majority. I think it is this like small group of people that are just rallying and convincing others that you should follow me and do what I'm doing because this is the way. It's like, yeah, my goodness. But thank you, Vicidius. I appreciate that. Robert Shaw says, yes, teenage years, of course. I don't even know what he's talking about there. Ryan says, I tested that coffee light, and it shows up on walls from afar. Pretty good. So maybe you can use it on your wall. Dope. I will. When you open a car door, sometimes those fancy cars have a little light underneath that shines like an image on the ground. Yeah. So let me just show you my, so I have a coffee logo. I still got this Ford truck on my screen. Oh my gosh. Here's my coffee. All right. So let me pop this back up. So this logo, this is my coffee company's website, and you'll be going there shortly because you got a bag to pick out. And so it shines. He made this door light that shines this logo on the ground. But he was saying you don't have to use it for a car. You can actually use it for a wall. And that's actually pretty dope. I kind of like that. I'm maybe I'll have cool. It behind me as because I haven't built my studio yet. I'm literally just threw a camera up in my upstairs room in my new house. So I have yet to build my studio, but I will. I'll be building it. So, but I can't wait for that, Ryan. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Robert Shaw says Disney will bend over to make money. Yeah, and Hollywood along with it. Let's see. C minor. OP says, with a $10 super chat, says, tell Gothix to find and watch the original Star Wars trilogy, not the 90s Lucas version where he had a middle-aged crisis and thought Han shouldn't have shot first. Yes, they actually altered the original trilogy and then added some special effects later on as well. So it's hard to actually find the first original version where one of the main characters basically shoots a bounty hunter before the bounty hunter can shoot him. And they changed it later so that the bounty hunter shot and he dodged it and shot. But in the original version, he totally just offs this bounty hunter. I'm going to kill you, which they changed his character. Leave it. I don't get it. Just leave it, man. That they feel, what? All these people, they think that humans are weak. Yeah. When did this vision of humanity get so weak? We are strong. We are awesome. We're badasses as human beings. Like, what happened to having that kind of an attitude about life? Like, man, bring it back. I mean, I'm not saying shooting people is badass.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. That's terrible.
But I mean, he was about to get shot because it was Dead or Alive, and he was talking about it. But, you know, it was like, I don't know. They ruined Han's character a little bit. Let's see. Robert Shaw says, it's all about milking nostalgia these days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Got that right.
Oh,
Disco
yes.
Cobra. I used to use my real name in my first gamer tag on Xbox 360. Then at some point, I started using Disco Cobra 2013. Limp Bizkit fan comes from that. Oh, right on. Well, now are you going to remain Disco Cobra 2013, or will you upgrade to a new year one day, or maybe just drop the numbers of just be the Disco Cobra, or add the Disco Cobra, right? I mean, you got options. I go by Commodore Crigler nowadays.
Whoa, relax.
No, I will not. I didn't name myself Commodore, by the way. All right.
Okay.
That was chosen for me by this group of gamers that I game with on Twitch. You ever play Sea of Thieves? You know Sea of Thieves at all?
Yeah.
Great game. And the first time I played it with Maiden Voyage, never played it before. With Darth Call, who's dresses up as Jack Sparrow and plays Sea of Thieves, talks like him too, and does an incredible. He is Jack Sparrow. It's amazing. And I dressed up, no joke, as I had a white powder wig. Like, I got a real wig. This is like from London. I had it shipped. Like a real white powdered wig with like a revolutionary Hamilton outfit, and I dressed up as a Commodore.
Is there videos of this?
Yeah, it's on Twitch. It's my first.
I'm gonna see this. I need to see this.
So you can find me, Commodore Crigler. I was wearing a white powder wig. It's pretty funny. And yeah. So, and then it was born. I used to be just Adam Crigler on Twitch, and I actually changed my Twitch name to Commodore Crigler because everyone was calling me Commodore, and I really wanted to make a separation because people were coming in trying to talk politics with me, and it actually has helped. Like, I'm Commodore Crigler. Like, oh no, like oh, you want to talk to that guy?
Maybe I should do that.
Separate
Maybe
it.
come up with an alter ego again. You know, just like.
Feel free to use Trimortal. I mean, I'll gift that to you if you want. If you want to take that.
I have to have a ponder on this. So you're onto something.
You know what I'm saying? So now people just call me Commodore, and I'm like, it's great. I used to go by Riverwind. That was my gaming moniker for a long time. It was from a book series, Dragonlance, that I read as a kid. Great series, and it isn't even the character that I saw myself in. That was one of the other main characters, but I love the name Riverwind a lot. So, but I kind of let that go, and now I'm Commodore, and I dig it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here. Ryan says, Craig, Goth, who wants to lasso Halo 2? I only played Halo 1.
Never got into Halo.
Not bad.
I also didn't have an Xbox. I was a PlayStation person.
I had only Xbox One. No, not Xbox One. That's the newest one. Or I don't know. There's so many Xboxes.
The fridge. That's
the box. Yeah, the little first Xbox ever. The first one. I had that, and I liked it a lot. I got it for Morrowind, and then I ended up playing Halo as well. Mavis just says Project Veritas just put out a video that Antifa teacher is going to be fired.
Oh yeah.
Project Veritas, thank you for the work that you do.
Man, that is beautiful.
I met James O'Keefe. He's actually quite nice. He's a nice
seems
guy.
Like it.
Yeah, he's just as nice as you think that he would be. Yeah. And no cameras. We were just kind of hanging out. It was cool. He's a nice guy. Skylar says, "Hey Adam, can you ask if Gothix will ever invite Candace Owens for an interview? Would love to see."
I mean, I would invite her, but I don't think I'm on her radar yet.
I know. Yeah, shoot for the stars, right? You gotta go big or go home, right? But
just slide in them DMs. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Candace? I know you just had a baby and you're like super like busy and famous. I would love, but hey, what about me, Siler? Like, come on. I mean, I would love to have Candace on the show, huh? Why does she get to ask Candace and not me, huh?
Asking the tough questions.
What are you, some sort of racist? Just kidding. No, real. I would love to have Candace on the show. I want to get Larry Elder on the show too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, right. I hope that if Larry wins or not, I just want Gavin Newsom out. All right.
Yeah.
My goodness. I don't know if that's going to happen, but oof. Jonathan Duger says Range 15 is the best zombie movie ever. That's a bold statement, sir. I've never heard of it.
Range what?
Range 15.
Never heard of it.
I've never even heard of it, but I'm going to write it down.
You like horror movies?
No, but wait, hold on. I like good horror movies. All right.
Okay.
The Shining, for example, was a good horror movie. It creeped me out. It wasn't stupidity. It wasn't illogical. Like I don't like when people are illogical to the point where you like the guy yells at the screen and you're like, I know, right? Like this, why would they do this? It's like you're just driving the plot by being stupid. Like I can't stand that. I like good movies. Like give me some examples of some good horror that you would tell me to watch now that you know that.
Yeah, like personally, I'm a big fan of Korean horror movies. I don't know if you're into subtitles.
I'd watch it. Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
I always recommend.
Good.
Yeah, I recommend the original Train to Busan. They're remaking an American one, and I don't know why. Train to Busan, and then the other one is #Alive, and they're both zombie movies. But just the reason I love Korean horror is because the actors they really get into the role and they get like straight up like into it. And if I compare it to American horror, it's like you guys aren't committing. These guys are.
That's true. Yeah, the acting in American horror, you can tell they're just kind of like bodies that filled the role. You know, they're not like they're not there, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's like I haven't seen the Jason movies, but I remember seeing like clips like Jamie Lee Curtis. It felt like she really was Laurie Strode, right? And have you seen them? I haven't seen them yet, but I've been told to watch Jason by other horror fans. But interesting. I did watch what was that movie? The Parasite? No, what one?
Parasite? I mean that.
No. It's a Korean movie. It wasn't a horror film, but it won like best film or something last year.
It could have been Parasite. Because it
was it about those spoilers, guys.
The house.
It was a house that there was people living in there, and then they moved in and slowly took over people.
Yep.
Awesome movie.
I thought it wasn't what I expected. I was like, this is.
That's what made it so like good, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was to expect, but it was so cool. But every single actor was so good, right? The acting was absolutely amazing. It was Parasite. Yeah, thanks everybody. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Old Boy. I saw the original Old Boy. That was a good movie. Messed up, but good movie. All right, I'm gonna look into these movies. Yeah, I've never really been a horror fan. Oh, you know what? It's funny. Right after Jonathan Duger said this, best zombie movie ever, Robert Shaw says Train to Busan.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, they're both horror movies or zombie movies, huh?
Yep.
Nice. I like zombie movies. Most of the time, they're not bad. You know, like I Am Legend was entertaining. Some people would argue it's not a very good movie. World War Z was entertaining. They're entertaining, to say the least. Like I like to be entertained at least and not be annoyed. As soon as I'm annoyed, I'm like, why am I even watching this? I'm annoyed. I want to be entertained when I watch something. Frankie says, Gothix, Haven Brothers, New York System, all three are Rhode Island originals. Love you both, and thanks for what you do. Right on.
I love me some New York System. Haven Brothers is all right, but I like some New York System. Right
on. Thank you for that $10 super chat, Frankie. Appreciate you. Mr. Knox says, Gothix, have you ever played Plague's Tale?
I have not.
I don't know that. I don't even know that. I don't know that game. Let's see. Sliding Edge, Australia. You can only go to certain places, have to stay inside, do as we say. Canada. Hold my beer. You must show me your papers. Yeah, it is. These different countries are going nuts. It's insane. And you know what is you love to see though? The people out fighting it. It's amazing. We have to pay attention because it is coming to America. They would love to have it happen. Visidia says, gotta add, Gothix, your Yuri Bezmenov video was on point and continually gets more relevant. He was right.
Yeah, it's kind of scary that he was right.
Yeah, on how right he was.
Yeah.
It's freaky. Yeah. I haven't seen that video. I'll have to check it out. Ryan says, quote from Biden, I'm going to say the gamer word. Oh, man, he is the worst.
What?
I don't know. Robert Shaw says, I like a good gay time. It's an ice cream here. Oh, it's an ice cream in Australia? All right. A good gay time. What does it taste like? Is it rainbow colored? Probably. Robert Shaw says, Borg want to achieve perfection. They are friends. Oh, that's what they tell you. He continues, I prefer pizza over hot dogs. That's my identity. Okay. I use Latinx to clean my windows. Dude. All right. He says, I get my second jab on the 17th. I want laser eyes. Oh, good luck. Ryu says, the school board meeting is happening soon. Project Veritas posted the link in their Telegram. The parents are finally waking up.
Good.
You love to see it. Robert Shaw says, remember to stock up on Dunny paper.
I think
Dunny?
TP?
Dunny paper?
Is that what they call it?
Well, I'm assuming. Well, he's Australia, so
Dunny.
Australian. Dunny.
Dunny paper.
Is that like obviously it's toilet paper? But I've never heard that term before. You Australians and your interesting words. Let's see. Robert Shaw continues. Says Asmongold said the Twitch boycott is doomed to fail because the streamers will come back after, and it'll mean nothing because Twitch doesn't care.
I mean, they don't. They don't.
It's all about the money, baby.
And I wish streamers would realize that. So it's like they don't.
They don't care. Cool. I mean I checked. There's people streaming right now.
Yeah,
on Twitch.
Yeah. You know why they don't care? Because they know that the streamers have the resources to stop the hate raids or just ignore it. Like they know.
Yeah, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about that. Robert Shaw says, challenge you to sniff your belly button. I'm good. Thank you.
I'm also good with that. Thank you.
I think I'm good. Yeah. Let's see. Robert Shaw asks, what level of black card does Gothix have?
Mine actually got revoked.
She voted for Trump. So
Voted for Trump. Yeah.
Same status as me.
Yeah.
Cut in half.
Gone. Done.
Mad Hats says the word you were looking for is sane. Sane. Yes,
Sane.
people are no longer sane anymore.
Yes.
Robert Shaw says his dream car, I'm assuming that's what this is about. It says 1969 Camaro matte black. Okay. Like those old school muscle cars, huh? All right. Sejong says, no, it's real. Static actually gets his power from the energy of Black Lives Matter protests now. It's
You're
effing terrible.
Me.
And it's so cringe, it makes your scrot hurt. Okay, well, not everyone can understand that pain, but I would say it's unbelievable, but it is believable. I mean,
I'm sorry, did they say scrot? I've been thinking about that. Wait a minute.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, well, not everyone knows how that feels like, what that feels like, the pain, scrotal pain.
Okay.
Little known fact about me.
Okay.
What am I segueing into off that? My worst injury from skateboarding is a scrotal laceration.
Oh no.
I'm not joking. That's actually what the medical papers said when they stitched the hole back up. I literally split my nutsack open. Skateboarding. Yep, this is absolutely true. Yep. So I know scrotal pain more than most. Okay.
Okay.
Because yeah.
Ouch.
Anyway,
Ouch.
moving on. Where are we right now? Robert Shaw says, I drift in roundabouts in my Mazda 3. Don't tell. Hey, man, the Australian government basically knows everything you do now. So I'm not going to tell them, but they probably already know. Robert Shaw continues, says, my gaydar melted from the truck. Is it from the truck? Is that what you're talking about? The truck, right?
Truck. It's the truck.
It went off the charts and just melted away. Gothix, if you need to leave, I just let you know you can totally bounce out of here. We are going on 3 hours.
I think my boyfriend just gave me the wave.
I totally get it. I see you looking over. I just had another super chat jump. We've got lots of super chats. Don't worry about it. If you feel like you need to get out of here, bounce out of here. It was absolutely a pleasure to have you on the show. Look, before you bounce, I'm going to give you the camera. Please tell everybody what you're up to, how they can follow you, and remind everybody to please smash that like button.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Well, okay. Hi. So my name is Gothix. Follow me on YouTube. Links in the description. Just Google me or DuckDuckGo me if that's better. I'm actually starting a speaking tour soon. So that's going to be exciting. So make sure y'all follow me on social media. Join my locals community. That's going to be happening real soon.
Awesome. Gothix, well, thank you so much for joining me. We got to do this again anytime you want. You're welcome back on the show. And I got to come on your show.
Yes, definitely. We will circle back to this. All right. I love saying that because I'm trolling now. Whenever I'm like, we're going to circle back.
I don't blame you. It's great. All right, you have a great night.
Enjoy the rest of your stream. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, she was absolutely great. I'm going to, of course, finish the super chats. I'm sorry if you guys had a super chat for Gothix. I don't want to hold anybody to the super chat rule because I read them all. And of course, please go follow her. Definitely do. You guys are absolutely great for hanging out still. Let's see here. Ryan says, I drift my Challenger in the snow, not slide. Right on. Yeah, snow driving is fun. My WRX is so much fun to drive in the snow. It's absolutely amazing. Robert Shaw continues, it's 4 people and 81 million question marks. Yeah. Robert Shaw says, I'm a Darth too, bro. Yes, I identify as a Darth, so you will address me as such. Paige O says, I think our country can heal by getting involved. Go volunteer, shop local. We're suffering withdrawal from real human contact, in my opinion. Random 2 cents. Paige, I believe you're right. And I think that's a great idea. You guys are absolutely amazing for super chatting me so much. Jeez. Where was I? Without whales, the aliens will come and destroy us, from Robert Shaw. I mean, we need whales. They are incredible. I mean, I don't know if you know this. Whale poop is really essential for like ocean biodiversity. I might do a segment on that soon. I got a couple articles I'm brewing. Let's see. Nolans says, love the work Gothix did with Say No to Rage. I hate cancel culture. Right on. You know, I'm going to message her. I'm going to like, hey, do me a favor. Just go listen to the super chats after you bounce out. Ryan says, check your Insta SMS for Picklebong, Adam. You know I'm going to have to go check that out right now. Hold on. I got to look at Picklebong because that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Robert Shaw says, Pickle Rick. Mao was mostly peaceful. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, how do I access requests on this? There we go. Who? Man smokes a pickle and pickle juice. Oh gosh. I don't know. I actually really like pickle juice, so maybe that would taste good. I don't know. I love the taste of green. It's so delicious. Sejong says, this time it's all on the line. We're playing for all the marbles. I'm gonna roll it. This is for a bag of Commodore's Reserve in honor of my fallen brothers and the affected. Thank you, Sejong. Sejong is, of course, rolling the dice for a giveaway. Thank you, Sejong, very much. I appreciate you, mate. Let's see this. All right. This is for an actual bag of Commodore's Reserve. I'm watching the numbers are rolling in. Good luck, good luck. This is for a bag of Commodore's Reserve Crigler coffee. One of the best. It is, I see the winner. All right. This is for Commodore's Reserve. This is for 22 Until None. Proceeds, parts of the profits go towards 22 Until None. It helps our veterans because 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and this helps them get the help that they need. And Cyber Reset wins it with a 16. Cyber Reset, congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. You actually won a bag of Commodore's Reserve. I am just going to take note of that real quick. Let me just, right. Do me a favor. Send me an email, thecriglershow@gmail.com, and you will just say, you know, I'm Cyber Reset. I won the bag of Commodore's Reserve, and we will send it your way, mate. Thank you, Sejong, for that. I really do appreciate the support. It's really fun. You guys are awesome. I love this. Mr. Squiggles yelling, audit the dice. I will eventually have dice cam. Don't worry. Let's see. Ryan says, communism only erased 200 million. We can give it another go. Well, real communism has never been tried. All right. Real communism. Yeah. Technically. Scotty says, real French fry question. Potato skin peeled or not? I like it either way. I like it both ways. Yeah. Peel the potato skin. I mean, you know, right, classic fries are delicious. The big honking fries are good too. I don't discriminate with potatoes. I love my potatoes. Let's see. Robert Shaw says, shower me in your hot sauce. Yeah. Okay, comment down, sir. Ryan says, but does Mark have a Crigler coffee door light? Ooh. Nobody but you do, Ryan. And soon to be me as well. Robert Shaw says, I promote Crigler Coffee on other live streams. It's true. Thank you. I appreciate that, actually. Black Magic with a $10 super chat says, shout out to the whole chat. Tonight, I want to shout out Mark Robo Shaw, especially. It seems like he has single-handedly kept Adam in the black, and that keeps Adam around, which keeps chat around. It is absolutely bonkers how much Robert Shaw super chats me, but I do appreciate you so much, my friend. Goodness sakes. Robert Shaw says, official longest stream. Smash that like button. Yes, smash it, guys. I can't believe I'm still going. Almost 3 hours long. It is absolutely bonkers. You guys are crazy. Xylox says some, I don't know, some sort of magic, some mythos. It looks like, I don't know, Est Solaris. Sounds like some sort of magic spell. Sejong says, Gothix, you just effed up. The only fridge is the fridge Will Perry. The original Xbox was only 2/3 the size of Will. The fridge, not right. All right. Well, I'm sorry for her. She doesn't care. Seriously, though, how great was Gothix, huh? Let's see. Robert Shaw says, WTF America, stop ruining Asian horror films. Right, because they're remaking that. Well, that's why, because they don't have any, I don't know, ability to think on their own, to create new on their own. Mr. Paul R says, Adam loved Gothix TV, but have you watched the movie They Live or They Live? No, I haven't seen it yet. All right, no, I haven't watched it yet. My goodness, I will. All right, I will. Lakava says, with a $10 super chat, do you think Amazon could deliver Scrapple by drone in dry ice packaging with flock eggcraft music coming from the drone to back kitchen door? I have no idea. Scrapple, isn't that like a mixture of like meat or something? I don't even know. Is Scrapple? Who knows? Maybe. Veiled Maid became a member. Thank you very much for becoming a member. You can now spam the chat with UFO. All the members in chat that are currently able to do that, please do so. Mr. Knox says, we Aussie use dunny rolls, bog rolls, and redacted tickets as a term for the toilet papers. Okay. bog rolls too. That's funny. Let's see. Disco Corba says, last one, I promise. Y'all in overtime right now. Halloween was the movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. Jason is Friday the 13th. You see the 2018 Halloween? No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Jason is Friday the 13th. Wait, so who am I thinking of? Oh, Michael Voorhees. That's what I'm thinking of. Michael Voorhees in Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis, not Jason. See, I don't know horror films. I mean, I literally said I don't really watch horror films. I think it's this thing with the other thing. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for filling me in, though. Robert Shaw says, I balls twisted once, so any mention I feel pain. Oof, okay. You got nothing on me, though. Robert Shaw says, cops too busy enforcing lockdowns to bother. Brightened with another super chat says, if you super chatted Gothix to let us know on her next live stream, we will make sure she sees it. I can't guarantee she will. Remember it, though. Right on. Well, thank you, Brighton, for still hanging out. I know that Gothix just got off. I appreciate that for hanging out and super chatting me, for your support. Robert Shaw says, no, that's fellows humans. I'm human, too. LMAO, it's Michael Myers. Oh, what did I say? Oh, man, I don't even... It's Mike Myers, right? Michael Myers. Well, what did I say? I don't even remember now. Did I say Michael Voorhees? Is Jason Voorhees? See, I don't know. See, I don't know these things. You guys are whatever. I'm not a horror fan. They're probably crap movies anyway. I said it. That's right. I said it. Ryan said, just popped my knee in a bad way. I'm going to stay on the floor and watch the stream. Hey, you said last one, I promise. Oh, no, that was Disco. All right, well, look, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Thanks, Gothix, for joining me. You were absolutely a pleasure to talk to. I know you're no longer on the show, but that's all right. It didn't change the fact that it was fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with me and super chatting and your support. Please share this video. I think a lot of people need to see and hear from somebody who was on the left and was blind with TDS rage. I actually didn't even know that about her. I've discovered her more recently. So, oh my gosh. So Cyber Reset. So before I go, I just have a couple more super chats I now have to read, because Cyber Reset just did a $50 super chat for another giveaway. My goodness, you guys are absolutely ridiculous. Cyber Reset, you just won. Congratulations. And you are now gifting a bag of coffee to the next. I just rolled the dice. You guys know the deal. So we've got another giveaway to do right now at the very end, the final hour. Let's see it. Jesus with the $10 super chat says, Adam, have some dough for some stonks. Have a good night, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We have, it's, all right, Dan Smith, you won already, didn't you? Did you win already? Dan Smith Studios, did you already win? I'm not sure, because I would like to reserve it for people who haven't won. Let me know. It is 11. And if you have won before, I'd like it to go to the next person who guessed 11. All right? It is 11. Congratulations, Dan Smith. You did win before. All right. So listen, I'm going to give it to the next person who was right behind you. And that's Ryan, who has been super chatting me a bunch you super chat me a whole bunch. So Ryan, I'm going to give it to you. It is 11. Congratulations. You won another a bag of Commodore's Reserve. Ryan, congratulations. I know I saw it, Montana. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That is kind of the role. I want to give, spread the love around. I don't think I'm going to switch that rule up. I think if you want a bag, you should, if it's for a bag of coffee, we should pass and share the love, right? All right. So Ryan, you won. It is 11. Congratulations, sir. Do me a favor. Email me at thecriglershow.com. You're going to have to give me your address, but you can trust me. That's fine. We're just going to send you some coffee. Let's see. Commodore's Reserve for both of these gents. All right. Well, I don't know if Cyber is a gent, but doesn't matter. I just gendered you in my own personal notes. So Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the giveaways. RG Merkel gifting Gothix some coffee. I'm just going to send her my coffee website, be like, go ahead and pick one. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it a lot. You guys are seriously amazing. You guys are gifting each other coffee, supporting me on multiple fronts, showing up for me all the time. Thank you to the end of time. I will see you all next time on the Crigler Show. Good night, everybody. Tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be debating Carlin, and it's going to be hot. So I'll see you for that. Good night, everybody.